hate clicks.
All right, we're on YouTube. What's up?
How's it going?
All right,
Maybe we need to have a really controversial hate thing. To
well, that's what I'm trying to. That's why I kind of joked about it. Like, I need to generate some.
Yeah. Oh yeah, on your post.
You need to make up a fake controversy. I mean, that's pretty much what they're doing.
Did you know that the left wing is really angry about that Captain America's shield doesn't have the right number of stars anymore, and it's an affront on American ideals?
Yes.
See, we just start posting stuff like that. I don't even know.
What is that trying to? What is
Doesn't matter.
Our goal with that though?
I don't know. Just to get people to come. A goal. Yeah. I don't know. Something about one of the wings or the other.
One of the wings.
Okay. But you have to have one that's going to get the opposite wing to be mad about it too.
But we need to also have we can monetize. We need to monetize something.
That's true, because the Starbucks one.
Like, I heard clicking on Radio BrendoMan's Amazon link supports Al Qaeda.
Yeah, totally. ISIS. That's more topical.
Oh no, that's not true. You better support it.
Yeah. No, totally.
I heard that if you don't click, then they'll kill a puppy.
I heard that killing puppies is one of their favorite things to do.
I heard that they don't like Christmas, and that if you click enough times,
they'll kill a puppy on Christmas.
Yeah. So you better not click and tell all your friends how outraged you are.
Yeah.
That if you go to this website.
Yeah.
And
so how do we combat it? Is we send people, go to the website, buy something, but in the comment section say no puppies killed.
No puppies.
That's it. No dead puppies. # no dead puppies.
Yeah.
We got it.
Please do that.
All right,
and tell all your friends.
Yeah.
And share it. For multiple accounts, please.
Oh, yeah. It can't be that hard. Got any good stuff?
We did this one. So that's the marker.
That's from last time. Okay.
You got WonderCon, Lucha Underground tickets, something from my mom, popsicles, WrestleMania tickets. I guess we only have we got 3. No, 2. Okay, 2. I thought we had more.
We could put Josh's post on if you want to read it so I can address it directly.
Okay. Do that.
That's good.
Facebook.
So are we allowed to talk? So we're allowed to talk about the 1995 Fest.
Yes.
Bit, right?
Oh yeah, we can talk about whatever.
It's cool, right?
I'll talk about.
Theme Park's ex-employee sentenced to 1 year in prison.
It's pretty vague.
Yeah, that's like someone who used to work somewhere got in trouble.
I had too many tabs. Too many tabs.
Too many tabs.
Someone else commented.
What did they say?
I don't know.
Outrage?
Let's see. Clever. That's all he said.
Clever girl.
I'm clever? Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, with my clickbait.
Oh, yeah, he likes your clickbait.
Hey, if you can't beat him, join him.
Click is a click.
I'll click. I'll
click is just a click.
Click the bait. I'll click the bait. Bait the click. What was it? What was I doing?
Something on.
Oh yeah, Josh's.
Oh yeah. There was a reason.
It's like what's happening right now.
I think it was in the group though.
Oh yeah. Was it? Was it in the group?
Yeah, because it wouldn't have popped up on the main feed.
Okay.
Did you see the video I posted?
Not yet.
It's only 30 seconds. You should watch it real quick.
No,
30
can't
seconds.
do this.
It's literally 30 seconds, and you're going. It's
already
right
8:34.
30 seconds, because it's really funny. You don't even know the person. There's a person in there. Look what
I went to the wrong thing again.
Groups.
It's up here.
Down. Right. That's pages. Don't click on that one. That one.
Mario, stop posting weird things.
That boob thing might give me nightmares.
Freaks me out really bad.
Okay, this right here. It's literally 30 seconds. But look,
where do you find it?
No, you have to read what I wrote though.
Bonus: the lady in the front of the line is a total doppelganger for Kristen Shaw.
It's like Indian Kristen
New
Shaw.
Walker's Papa Dumps.
It's like a commercial.
It's like made up words.
No, it's a commercial. It's an Indian. It's like from India. Okay, but watch this group. The lady in the front. Watch her right here. See, it's Indian Christian Shaw.
Where did you find this?
I don't know. Someone else posted it, and then I watched it, and then I saw the Kristen Shaw.
It's even got the freaking like
Yes,
the shoes. Papa Dums.
I think it's Papa Dum is actually like an Indian food, so there's like a fast food version of it or something. But oh gosh, that seriously gave me nightmares.
This is definitely a missile test, by the way.
Everyone was like, "Oh, I never
Oh.
watched that stand-up thing." Okay, there it is.
His love
Like
is
half
so
of it in caps.
bad.
See, but you had a good, yeah.
Yeah, but then he said it's all about all this stuff. I'm like, it's not gonna.
What did I admit to?
Mhm.
Phil admitted he wasn't a huge fan of the show. Yes, blah blah blah. Okay, that's the point,
But you bothered to watch it, so you knew that it was.
right? That if the argument is it's not faithful to the show, but I watched an episode of the show and it's completely faithful to it, then it is faithful to the show. It's just that one particular show.
Just a pilot of the
pilot,
show, which
but
is
it's
fine.
the first movie. So if it's faithful to the show and everyone likes it and it does well, then they'll have money to do the other movies. But since everyone was like, "Brr," they don't get now. You don't get that gem show, that
You
gem
don't-
movie that you wanted.
You don't get that gem of a movie.
Because they even set it up for here's how it's going to go.
that
It's gonna
gem
be
of a
great.
movie.
I don't get it. Because it's going to be lucky to make back its $5 million.
Denver, the last dinosaur.
I love that he's in TLD.
Okay, so I got another one.
Matthew said he was going to write his thing.
He missed out. Mario. Underground Wiki. That was a logo. Vicky made a higher res version of the logo because
nice.
we were having too low res, so it's coming out blurry and things.
Right.
So
That's cool.
I think that's it.
We should jump into it soon.
Let me just make sure I didn't miss like a Mark Bolton. Open. Nope, that's Mark Maron. Nope, the last one was on the 23rd. Let's make sure. Let's check this. Yep, 23rd.
Yep.
Yep.
Yerp. Derp.
Yeah, you got Lorne Michaels, and then on Thursday you got Elvis Costello.
Cool.
It's gonna be cool. I got the How Premium app because there was like a free trial, and then with like the code that Mark Maron gives, it's only like $3 a month.
Okay.
So he's got the whole archives of WTF, which normally you can only get the last 50 episodes.
Right.
So I started the oldest episode. For some reason, number 1 and 2 aren't in there. I don't know. But number 3, and it was like Patton Oswalt in like 2009.
Whoa.
So I was listening
That's
to it.
cool.
It's pretty cool.
Patton Oswalt, by the way, is the narrator for the Goldbergs.
Yes,
He's the,
I know that.
He's the Daniel Stern.
Remember we talked about this like before the
Yeah.
show because it's like the Wonder Years for us. Yet we're not really watching it.
But I am now, and it's really good.
I've watched. I've liked the ones that I've seen. The pilot didn't really do it for me.
But I think it picks up quite a bit.
I'm gonna get. Oh, no, can't be on that page.
Feedback.
Click the wrong thing. What am I doing? Where's the Hangout? Oh, here it is.
I gotta stop talking when you're doing these things.
Yeah. Give me.
The actual setup for this is probably like 2 minutes, except I keep distracting you. And then you distract yourself some too, to be fair.
You be quiet.
Okay, so I'm super excited about this.
What?
We've been working on, I guess I should just say it all on the show. We're about to start. I already put it on my thing. We'll talk about it.
Is that right? Is that the right thing? Call. Oh
my gosh, they're reissuing the Splatoon amiibos. And I pre-ordered the reissue from, not reissue, but, restocking, I should say, on
there
Amazon.
You go.
I pre-ordered it. It comes out like in a few days. With Prime.
Delete.
So it's regular old price.
Updated all this. Frick.
Ooh.
Give me tweets. No.
Extra damage.
Yeah, there's Deacon saying he thought Back in Time was awful. It's crazy. Crazy talk.
That was like the most fun Extra Life, I think, yet.
Oh, dude. It's awesome. It's awesome sauce.
Especially because we were able to be just like super loud.
Totes.
I should probably spit out my gun before I start. I'm going to do that because I can tell you're almost there. We're nearing the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Stephen Day's in the chat.
What's up, Stephen Day?
It's Hans Milhouse, because he's got Hans Moleman and Milhouse in his profile picture. That's why he's Hans Milhouse. I think that's his email address. All right.
I thought it was from Hans and Franz.
What? No.
Girly man.
Okay, and look and see where. October 30th.
Wait, that looks like the same Amazon stuff. Oh, okay. You're doing that now.
Relax.
That's the same.
$9.30.
Papa Dumps.
It's so stupid. You're pretty Papa Dumb.
Okay, but you have to admit that Kristen Shaw was worth it, though.
I guess. It's like 2 seconds.
Yeah, but it's really funny.
Oh, you stupid freaking delete table.
There we go. Okay, because I know my dad will not be seeing this. Because if he does listen to our show, he's definitely not watching the YouTube feed.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say it.
What?
No, he won't know.
What?
Okay, so I have a really cool idea for my dad for Christmas.
Yeah.
Because he's got his website with like the hikes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was talking to him yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, you gotta like get it going." He's like, "Oh, I'm busy, and no one's gonna want to pay me," and blah blah blah. So for Christmas, I think we're gonna like buy like 2 tours because he has 2 tours listed right now that he'll do. I think we're gonna buy 2 tours and like have him take us on tours.
For his Christmas present?
Yeah, but we're paying him.
I don't know if that's like a present to him.
Oh, it totally is. I'm basically paying him to go on a hike, which he loves to do.
All right.
It's cool. Trust me, it'll be fun.
I'm getting a phone call, and I can't get it to not route to my computer because it blocks it on here because it's a spammer.
Okay.
And then it's because I got Google Voice on there, and then I said don't do that, but it still does it.
Because that guy, whoever the spammer, does not want you to
Well,
do
it
that.
automatically, like, there's an option to automatically route your, like, if you can route calls, if you don't pick up on your phone, you can route it to your Google Voice, your computer. But I'm like, don't do that. But it's still doing that. Google.
Don't want it. Don't want it.
Because I got like this Truecaller. It's a built-in application, and it has like a spam list.
Tell if it's actually
it'll also tell you who it is. But then like it has a spam list, and it'll like automatically block those calls. Pretty good. And you can add anything you want to the block list also. So it's freaking
favorite
awesome.
Your favorite collection people.
Yeah. And stalkers, and because I got so many.
I didn't like give Derek bad ideas because he was like, "Really? If you just like not pay any money,
Derek's
like,
gonna ruin
his life. This.
Nobody should do this."
He's like, I think he was really intrigued by it. Like, I'm probably spreading bad information.
Well, we told him, like, yes, do these things if you want to ruin your credit.
But after 7 years, it all goes away.
Yeah, but then you don't have credit. Like, you can't. You're going to be able to get an apartment.
It's bad.
You hear that, Derek? It's bad.
But he was. I think he was really excited about it.
It's going to ruin his credit.
I know, and it's all my fault.
Then he's not going to be able to get an apartment.
Don't do it.
Or a new car, because he also wants to buy a new car. I'm like, if you want to do either of those things, like,
not happening. Unless you can pay cash for everything.
I'm
still working on that one.
Yeah, but I finished some books. When did I finish? Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
The penis movie, as I thought.
Wait, did I tell you?
Ava's.
Oh yeah, you were with me. That's right.
If there weren't any shit.
Well, that was the movie. Well, it wasn't really about peanuts. There were no peanuts in this movie. It's kind of a letdown. She cracks me up. This is, of course, after she ate like half the cake.
It's just so funny because she's all grown up too, and that's weird.
I know.
Like, she was such like a little, like little Ava, Audrey. Ava.
They're super sweet. You didn't really get to see Ellie much, but Ellie's like totally in love with Luke and Audrey now too. So they're like the fearsome foursome. And then Aurora. Oh, Janelle told me the funniest thing Aurora said. Like during the movie, what was it? Oh, something like one of the characters said to Charlie Brown, like, "You're a genius, Charlie Brown," but like sarcastically. And Ava's like, Aurora said, "A genius at failure." Yeah,
little kids are funny, man.
Cracking me up.
What did I watch?
And of course, we got the great Pizza Toots quote.
It's predicted. Are they like?
Oh yeah, they've been talking about it.
Have you heard about
They definitely want to see Alvin and the Chipmunks, and they definitely are going to talk about Pizza Toots.
I love that Derek didn't believe us. It's so stupid.
No, the whole theater just erupted with Pizza Toots.
Oh, I want to watch this. There's so much to watch. Yeah. There's too many things.
This does look really good though.
How do I see? I forgot how I. Oh yeah, continue watching.
But it's not the same though. Like it doesn't have it in the right order sometimes.
I know it's not. This is not the order that I watch this stuff in. Stupid freaking like this was like the last thing I watched. Like what the heck?
Yeah. So like, because this is what I always do to see like, okay, what have I been watching? You can't look on there. Can you already talk about Room 237?
Yeah, but I didn't finish it.
No, you finished it now.
Glover. Watch BoJack Horseman.
Is it good?
It's good. Watch League.
Watch the new Bob's Burgers.
I don't watch anything. I haven't watched wrestling. It was on last night. I was at work, and then I got home, and then I watched wrestling. I didn't even finish wrestling.
Well, I won't tell anything about that either.
There's a lot going on, man.
I will say it's awesome.
Oh yeah, Back in Time. Gosh, I almost forgot about that. I didn't actually watch Monster Squad. I watched like 2. No, I guess no, I didn't. No.
Does it count?
No, it doesn't count. I didn't watch enough for it to count. Like I was watching it and then I fell asleep. Yeah. Not because of but I was just watching it. It was like on Halloween. Like I was actually super tired. Well, I was trying to find like a good Halloween. And like first, I didn't want to get too scared.
That's a good like in between.
I'm just trying to find something that like wasn't like super scary because I didn't feel like being like
actual super scared.
Like I'm a wuss now. Like I can't watch anything.
So we had.
Wait, what did I just say? Oh yeah, Back in Time.
On Halloween, I'll see.
Oh wait, that's Netflix. Gosh darn it!
I didn't watch anything on Netflix this week.
I watched something on Amazon too. What did I watch?
Because I've been now that we have Hulu Plus, I've been like kind of diving in all the stuff they have.
I watched on Amazon. I watched something on Amazon. I don't remember.
Mortimer Gibbon?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's back and it's so good.
I don't even remember. I don't know anything.
Maybe you'll remember. There's probably enough for us to talk about there, I would say.
Watch something cool. I don't remember. I really don't. And there's no history on. I don't think there's a history on there.
There's like shows you watch or something, or is that Hulu?
No.
Well, that's how Hulu has it.
I don't know. No.
Why don't they just give us like a regular old history?
Freaking people are
because Netflix used to have that like really clear. It was really easy to go and see. It even would say like what time you watched it and stuff.
Yeah.
Where is that?
I don't know.
Why did they take that away?
I don't know.
It's very useful. Plus, then I could always tell people we're stealing our Netflix code because I could see like, oh, my sisters are watching something.
Like it used to be in here.
Yeah. It's not there anymore.
In here. Well, there's not even a queue anymore.
No, you can just kind of add it to your
viewing activity.
Oh, maybe.
There it is.
You solved it.
Whoop, there it is.
But why is it so hard to get to?
That's weird. It's counting these, but it's. Have you seen now? Does it do it on Wii U where when you're just over it, it starts playing?
No.
On PlayStation, you can just be hovering over it, and it starts playing the movie.
Huh.
And like that's why I get real freaked out because like horror movies, like it just starts playing. I'm like, no.
No, it doesn't do that.
Yeah, so like it counted I don't like it. Okay, yeah. So I finished. These are a while ago. So yeah. So recent activity is that stuff. So I was right. I got everything.
Yep.
But it doesn't even have Back in Time on here, but I totally watched that.
That's the last one.
Oh yeah. Okay. Gosh, it's weird. Man, look at all that. Look at all that Netflix. Look at all those Sunny episodes. Oh my gosh. And they're all like this is like unemployment time. I watched Wet Hot American Summer like all in like 2 days. Look at How I Met Your Brother. Oh, dude. So many on like the same day.
This is like scrapbooks now.
Oh, look at this. 7/18. That's like 20 episodes in one day.
All day long.
17. So look at 17. 66. This is unemployment time.
3 days.
That's like 3 days. We're all 15, 14. Oh my gosh. That's like all I did. Oh, look at the 5th. The 5th is a whole page. Oh,
it's still going.
Oh my gosh.
How many episodes is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25?
I don't think that's possible.
No.
That's 12 hours.
No, there's more. Okay, wait. We got to get an exact count.
Okay, go down. Scroll down. We'll get to the start.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3 days is now. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 episodes in one day.
It's like 12 hours.
10.5 hours. You watched 10.5 hours of How I Met Your Mother in one day. Your butt must have fallen off.
Oh no, dude. That was like super unemployed Brendo.
Yep.
Because we went out for the 4th of July, so I only watched one.
There's only one thing there.
Actually, I bet you this was maybe like midnight.
That's probably like late. Yeah, that was when you started. So really, in a row, you watched 22 episodes, 11 hours.
I guarantee you this was a carryover.
Well, then look, just the 3rd, the day before. That's pretty good. Yep.
Second.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
And you had like, what was between the 29th, something on the 30th, and the 1st.
Look at the 27th.
It's almost as long.
Crap, the 25th. Oh, you can see where I started. Because Here's Always Sunny ended.
Oh, okay.
And then How I Met Your Mother started, and then it was just like.
That is amazing.
Holy crap. Orange and New Black all in one day. All like in like less like a Pretty Little Liars was bad too. Look at that. Look at my binge history.
Oh my gosh.
There's where It's Always Sunny started. There's some Mad Men in there. Holy crap. Look at all the Bob's Burgers. Daredevil. So you can see when Daredevil happens. Kimmy Schmidt. There's when Kimmy Schmidt happens.
Blue Mouse in there.
Oh, this is great. Comedy Bang Bang. Storage. There's always storage.
Oh my gosh.
This is like a scrapbook.
It is. It's your scrapbook. Oh, you watch Freaks and Geeks on Christmas.
Yep. And Pee-wee's Christmas.
I
watched about. You can see my Christmas marathon.
Yeah, for Christmas.
Batman starting with Batman Returns. Scrooge, Pee-wee's Plus Christmas. Freaks and Geeks Christmas episode, which is the closest thing to a Christmas episode. Reindeer Games, I Am Santa Claus, and then Mark Maron Thinky Ping.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was like Brendo's Christmas marathon. Look at Doomsday Preppers and then Bob's Burgers. WWE, more Bob's Burgers, tons of Bob's Burgers. What are you looking for?
Yeah. Tissue.
This is pretty awesome.
How far back does it go?
Oh man, it goes all the way back to 2013.
Gosh.
Oh, it's still going, man. It's going 2012. Look at Angel. I watched like 20 episodes of Buffy in like one day. The League. Oh, see, there's when I started the League. Pawn
Oh, look at Pawn Stars. We watched The Lonely Guy in there.
I watched a lot of stuff.
It's good. And a lot of Pawn Stars.
Well, whatever, mister. You were the one that got me in on this.
There.
I guarantee you. Here's what happened on this day. Hey, Brendo, Pawn Stars on Netflix.
Pawn Stars. Yep.
Doctor Who. Whoa, look at all the Doctor Who. Holy crap, Storage Wars. There's always Storage Wars.
Oh, you got SNL,
The Guild, Spartacus,
Parenthood,
Star Trek Next Generation. Holy crap.
We're back into 2011.
This is original Star Trek. I watched all original Star Trek. David Cross, home movies. This is when I was playing World of Warcraft. X-Men. Oh, the X-Men cartoon. Everything.
Oh my gosh.
Rocko's Modern Life. John Oliver. Monty Python's Almost the Truth.
Biodome in there.
Look at all that.
Stripes.
Bill Hicks. Thumbs Up. Oh, that show was cool.
Network.
Party Down. Erie, Indiana. Yes, The State. Man, The State's not on Netflix anymore. I didn't finish it. Erie, Indiana. Archer. This American Life. Greek. Oh, yeah. IT Crowd, Skins.
Now we're into 2010.
Hoarders, Cool World, Skins, lots of Skins, yeah. South Park. Oh, then I watched all of South Park. I watched the whole thing, like 12 seasons.
In 2010.
Oh, look at all that. Look at all that.
This is amazing.
IT Crowd.
Funny Farm.
Oh, Lost. Look, I watched all of Lost. I watched all of it. I watched the whole thing.
We're in 2009.
Californication, Dexter. I was watching Dexter. Party Down.
Young Frankenstein.
Killing
Sneakers.
Fields.
Spellbound.
Faulty Towers.
Girls
Playing like Alfred Hitchcock present. That's it. So 2008.
You watched Donnie Brasco and Dial M for Murder and Eraserhead. Supersize Me. Wow.
Dead Like Me.
Maxed Out. We watched that then too.
Yep.
I probably told you. Don't feel bad about having bad credit cards. Watch this movie on Netflix.
Sukiyaki Western Django. I remember that movie.
Point Blank.
Man for All Seasons. Yeah. Sarah Silverman. Capturing the Freedom of that movie's messed up.
Wow.
Some Woody Allen.
We should probably start our show.
This is crazy. I can see every single movie I watched.
Now you know.
I didn't even know some of I don't think a lot of this stuff's on Netflix anymore.
What happens if you click on it? Like Party Down's not on there anymore.
Yeah.
Click on Party Down. What does it say?
It's probably going to be like, do you want these DVDs? I just broke Netflix.
It's like, you have watched too much Netflix.
No see, it's just like takes you to the page.
Yeah.
Overview. But there's no. Huh.
Well, this has been.
Now you're going to go home tonight and look at yours. And then you're gonna.
Our mind's gonna be like My Little Pony, Spider-Man, My Little Pony, Spider-Man.
Yeah, where's
the Loopsy?
I guess I passed the My Little Pony like the 4 hours of My Little Pony. I wasn't even paying attention. That was in there.
That's definitely in there.
Well, that was a half hour.
Oh, that's a pre-show. That's good pre-show. Stephen Dave's like, why?
What is
happening? Am I hanging out in the
what is happening right now?
Off what Brendan used to watch on TV.
Just cool. It's like going back in time.
Yeah.
I remember when I sat and watched 5 seasons of a show. Like
it's like a scrapbook.
A scrapbook of your
scrapbook.
This is a scrapbook of your ass getting fatter.
Yeah. If you ever wonder, like, why am I not in better shape?
Remember when you watched like
all of that?
All of that. So much stuff.
Imagine if you had like jogged for every show that you watched, and then you jogged like 5 minutes.
But some of those periods, I was jogging like every day and watching 8 hours of Netflix. Hey man, just getting my money's worth. I got my $9.99 worth.
Definitely did. And don't get me wrong, I kind of want to look at mine too. Maybe next week we'll look at Phil's Netflix queue.
Phil's Netflix queue is pretty awesome.
I wonder how back mine goes. We've had it for a long time. Is that when like streaming started? Was 2008? When did they start it?
That time? Yeah.
We basically had it since. I think we might have had like a couple of weeks where we like it breached. So I hope we didn't lose it.
I think I've had a couple of those. So
or like the credit card didn't go through or whatever. Classic.
All right, so we got the net, we got the Amazon, got that, got everything. Guess I can take this off just so I'll remember to watch it.
You think you're gonna forget to watch wrestling? Like that's a real.
I can close that.
That would be a real news thing.
Brendan forgot to watch
wrestling. Hey, Brendan, did you watch wrestling? I forgot. There was wrestling.
News tickers.
You know the news. Brendan Creasy forgot to watch wrestling.
Sorry, I got it.
And to click on his clicker goes. How's the guild going?
How are we going? We're going pretty good. Did we win yesterday? Nope. Did not. No Kermit.
Cosmos Trader still in there?
Yep. I'll see how many spaces we have left. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 3 spaces left.
All right.
Okay. Let's get this show on the road. What? You're thinking Josh is all caps?
Oh, no, that too. I was just thinking of going through all your Netflix.
Why is I want to see if you beat my record of what was it? What did we say?
It was 20. Well,
20.
What was it? 22.
22 episodes in one
half-hour episodes in one day.
You got to look through yours
too, because now that it has like the autoplay.
Oh yeah.
Like some of those, like the kids will leave it, and then we'll like leave and come back, and it's just been playing while we're gone.
Well, it does at some point get to, are you still watching?
Yeah, but there's still a lot of hours of it sitting there.
See, that's not true for me. It's like there's been a couple times where I've fallen asleep and I'll wake up and it's down, are you still watching?
Yeah.
But most of the time when it's asking me, are you still watching? I'm like, yes, you jerk.
Yes, I am. It's like that Nintendo, like, why don't you take a break?
Yeah.
I want to take a break.
Or when you're playing Animal Crossing, and the animals start telling you, like, hey, maybe I'm like, no, give me a hint or tell me, trade me something.
Give me some bells, give me a bug, I don't care.
I don't want to hear this.
Maybe you shouldn't play so much.
Maybe you should go outside. Basically, this game's saying, you're fat.
Hey,
get out of
hey,
here.
do something.
Do something, you bum. Maybe it's the same law that they did that's causing Netflix. Like they have to be like, are you sure? You sure about this?
You want to do this?
Is this happening?
Hey, guy. Think about your life for a minute now.
What if when you say yes, then it's like, all right, do you want some pizza? Like, what if Domino's? That would be if Domino's.
All right, we got them now.
So if they said yes, and then they'd have like a script where it's like, if the person said yes, offer them Domino's. You want some pizza? How about some brownie? How about you want some?
We deliver.
You want some hot wings, fatty? I know you want some of those wings.
Those garlic knots. Where is that from?
That is from
John's Incredible
Papa
Pizza?
John's.
Papa John's.
You said John's Incredible Pizza again.
They both have John, and it's both pizza, and they're both good.
Domino's has this new thing. It's a cookie brownie hybrid thing. Ooh. It's part of their, the $3.99 stuff or $5.99 or whatever.
The deal.
It's one of those.
However much.
It's delicious.
Good. It's bad news. I shouldn't know about that.
Well, you want to know? I forgot who told me. I think it was a girl that worked at Papa John's. She's like, they got these Domino's now, and they're kind of better. And I was like, what?
Guess they want to go to Domino's. Man. I don't think that kangaroo settled well with me. Or maybe it was just all of the
I think that's in your head.
Well, okay, something or all of the combination
of things. We did eat a ton of food.
We ate a ton of food and stayed up all night. And I've had some interesting bathroom times in the last couple of days, I'm just going to say.
There's nothing wrong with a kangaroo.
I know. I was just saying. But I definitely psyched myself out about the kangaroo.
It wasn't that big of a deal. If you had just done it the first, right away.
But then once I started thinking about pouch, that's what got me, because I started talking about the pouch.
You should have eaten it before you did that.
Before I thought of pouch. But that was the first thing I thought of. Is this from the pouch? What part of the kangaroo do you eat?
The pouch doesn't have any meat.
I know, it's all gristle. What is it, though? Is there muscle in the pouch? What's that pouch made out of?
Goo. Because it is. It's like gooey in there.
And do they barbecue? Like, do they eat them in Australia?
Probably.
Does anyone actually eat kangaroo?
What else do they do with them? I'm pretty sure they eat them.
Ride them?
Pretty sure they eat them.
Do they ride kangaroos?
No. Do they ride? That's like riding deer.
No.
Do you ride deer?
No.
Deer ride?
You ride moose.
Really?
Well, in Lord of the Rings or Hobbit or whatever.
If you're Radagast the Brown.
Yeah, sure. See?
But he's not riding them. He's using
in the movie, the elf,
it's not a moose.
Yes, it is. He rides a moose.
It's like a magic.
It's not a moose.
Elf creature. I don't know. Maybe it's a moose.
He's riding a moose. Maybe it's a deer. It's got big antlers, though.
Probably.
Let me see.
I don't know.
I'm going to put Hobbit moose in the search.
We should get started.
Yeah. Tell me when you're ready. I'm just looking at Hobbit moose.
Ooh, I want to finish listening to Good Vibrations.
Yeah, see? He's riding a moose. That's a moose.
But that's like some mythical Middle Earth moose.
Still, it's a moose.
There's no such that moose does not exist in real life.
All right, here we go. Here's the ultimate. Is
I think we're breaking a law right now.
Riding a moose in The Hobbit. He makes an appearance in The Hobbit, and he's riding a moose. Or is he? The creature in question doesn't have a moose head, but those antlers sure do bring back the Great White North, eh? So what is this mystery beast? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Megaloceros giganteus, the mighty but sadly extinct Irish elk.
Boom.
Oh. It was a species of Megaloceros and one of the largest deer that ever lived. So he's riding an extinct.
It's like an elk creature.
An ancestor.
It's Middle Earth, man. They can have whatever they want. So they do have normal horses there.
That's true. But like fossils of horses look basically like horses anyway.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why.
Yeah.
They don't ride dinosaurs.
That would be awesome. That's some fan fiction right there. And then Gandalf came riding on the T-Rex.
Gandalf the Grey.
Over the mountain. Like, can you imagine?
Saruman flies in. Forget eagles. They come in pterodactyls.
Middle Earth and dinosaurs. You just hit a gold mine.
Yep, that's it.
All right.
Let's write that.
Call Peter Jackson.
Hey,
we got the third trilogy. We got it right here.
What's like two of the biggest movies ever? Lord of the Rings and Jurassic Park. What if we put them together?
Boom.
Solved.
Gimli on a Ankylosaurus.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like all stubby and waddling in.
Or a Triceratops or something.
Yeah. And then you'd have like Gollum.
Also, our idea is just every character on a dinosaur. And they're just fighting.
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole movie.
They're just each one has its own dinosaur, and they're in an arena, and they're fighting. And that's the
story.
movie.
No, you don't get it. Bilbo has got a Stegosaurus. But what happened? No. It doesn't matter. Legolas, he's got one of those like Gallimimus, the skinny ones that run really fast.
Totally.
Yep.
Totally.
And then you have like the cave troll rides around like on a Apatosaurus. See? That's a great movie.
Yep.
I would watch that. Everyone would watch that.
And then Sauron would be on like that freaking thing from Jurassic World.
Yeah. So you got a crossover there. What's it called? The Mega... No. Whatever.
Indominus Rex.
Indominus Rex, yeah.
The Jurassic Park 3 was like the Mega something.
Yeah.
Stupid.
But I thought it was great that like they did it on purpose. Like,
yeah.
Pratt's like, oh. Remember that part when he said that?
Yeah.
Oh,
pretty awesome.
Chris.
I'm sure he would be like, yeah, I remember
that part. The dinosaur name.
Are you like?
I told you I have not gotten enough sleep since our thing, so I'm gonna be slap happy tonight.
What does that mean?
That is a thing. It just means so like
weird.
Silly, punch drunk.
What?
That's a phrase.
Punch drink.
Punch drink is totally different.
That's Phil's version.
That's a real Google it. It's real.
I know, I believe you. But it's just weird that you use that term from the 30s.
It is not. I have lots of people say slap happy.
You're weirdo.
Every day people say slap happy.
No, they don't.
Yes.
Just got to arrange the windows
yeah.
and the proper channels.
Since Google refuses to make things easy on us.
Dude, what the heck, right?
It was right there in the middle of the thing.
Right there.
We had it. It was right there.
I guess the microphone. Check.
Yeah. Just in case.
Just in case, we're checking the microphone. So
Ankylosaurus.
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 Anklio.
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 It's Anklio.
I think so.
Well, whatever. I think that properly tested the microphone.
Just in case, we're checking the microphone. So
Ankylosaurus.
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 Anklio.
Ah.
I think so. Anklio.
I think that properly. I don't know. Dinosaur words are hard.
How did they have this? How?
I think
if I go like that.
Yeah. I think that's what she had.
And then I just kind of like jerk it around.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but then it doesn't get in place.
It was on there for a while.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's how it was last time, and then it popped. Well, if I'm not tugging, it sounds really dirty. Like if I'm not tugging on it,
stop tugging on it. It was fine.
So just jerk it around.
Stop jerking it around. The mic cover.
All right. Hello and welcome to another episode of Radio BrendoMan. I'm Brendan Creasy.
And I'm Phil Vecchio.
And it's November.
It is.
It's cold.
Last time it was October and hot.
Normally it would be like really hot right now, but you're still wearing your jacket.
I know. I mean, it's not cold in here, but it's comfortable.
It's comfortable. It's a little. I got my sweatshirt out here because I've been wearing because I can't get my heater working.
Well, I was debating whether or not to stick a flame underneath there to light it, and then we decided not to burn my face off just in case.
And that's how Phil's face burnt off, and then I ran around screaming. And
what'd you do? What if like the thing exploded, my face melted like Indiana Jones style?
Can you live? Would you survive?
Yeah, just my skin melted off, so just like my skull. What would you do? What?
I would try and save you.
I
would try and save your skin so that maybe they can reattach you.
Like in a baggie.
Just like this goo. Like, would it just like all slide off? Like, how does that even work?
Yeah, I think it melts. It would melt.
But it wouldn't just melt your face part. It would melt like the muscles and
so just bone.
I feel like you would die from like shock if that
probably
happened.
But not if you did mouth to skull.
If I'm like doing CPR on your like muscles, it's like, you would be like screaming the whole time. You wouldn't be passed out.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever said. This is what happens when we only sleep for a few hours.
I was just thinking about your melted off face. You was like, help me.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what I would do, man. I think I'd run out of the house.
Probably. You just leave me there.
I'd call 911
and then run away.
Well, then I'd run away because I'd have to go into hiding because your wife would probably murder me.
Probably. If it was to light your heater.
I was too scared to let my heater into your husband's face burnt off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she'd probably kill you. You'd be dead.
Because I thought there was a spider up there.
And you vacuum.
Now he's in a vacuum, and now I'm scared to pick up the vacuum.
He's not. What if he's laying eggs in there and it just explodes out of the bag one day?
Yeah, because it's a little dust buster.
Yeah, they're just growing in there right now. You don't empty it. Better empty it.
If I empty it, it's gonna come out. What if it's mad now? Like it just comes like flying out of me, like on my face.
Oh my gosh! So this is our show. So we slept like none this weekend, and
yeah, we had a crazy weekend. Like
awesome.
I was telling somebody, like what I did this weekend. They're like, "You didn't do that all in one day." I'm like, "I didn't just do it all in one weekend. I did it like in the span of 24 hours,
all in one day." So,
oh my god,
I guess we should talk about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the insane day started on Friday. My brother called me on like Tuesday, and he was like, Well, at the time he called me, he was in Tustin, and like most people, he had no idea where Ukaipa is in relation to anything.
It's in California.
So he's like, "Are you near Tustin? Like, I'm at this college station coming out." I'm like, "It's Tuesday, and that's like an hour and a half drive, and there's traffic, and no." And he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna be down, and I'm doing a presentation in Torrey Pines, which is our old high school, and I'm actually because he was staying in Del Mar." And then he did presentations at like 18 different schools during the week that he was there.
That's crazy.
And including the two college fairs up in Orange County. So like he rented a car and he was staying at this super chic hotel down in Del Mar. It was like a bungalow, man. It was super nice. And then he had like a suite per diem. So he's like, "Yeah, come down and hang out. We'll go to the football." Because so it was the last football game of the year. And like our high school was playing the rival high school, like our rival high school. Although as we discovered, there's not so much a rival high school anymore because like where I grew up, there used to be like 2 high schools in the whole like area,
right?
Like in a huge area, like in like a 30-mile, 40-mile radius. There's only like 2 high schools, and then there was like a charter school which didn't count because they didn't have a football team,
right.
But so it was Torrey Pines and La Costa Canyon and like just this huge area. And now, because the population like expanded and there's like all kinds more, there's like 3 more high schools. So it's not as intense as it used to be because it's more spread out. And also because there's more schools, like our high school football team sucks now. Because I asked them, they're like, yeah, because there's so many, there's like twice as many schools. So there's more, it's all spread out more. And there's new private schools, and well, public schools can't recruit. Like private schools can do whatever they want. So there's the 2 Catholic schools, and they've been CIF champions for like the last 10 years. And our team, which my senior year of high school went undefeated and won the CIF Division I championship, and went on like I think they were in the final, like they almost won the state championship. Like they were undefeated, like, and so 18 years or later, however many years later, like they went like 3-9, like 3-7 this year. Like
they won 3.
They won 3, lost 7 games, including this game to our rival. It was an ugly game. My brother and I left in like the 3rd quarter, but it was just weird being there because so I'm walking to go meet my brother, who he's hanging out with his drama teacher. Like she's still there, like all these years later. It's like there's a few teachers that are still there, and I'm walking and I see this girl and I'm like, that kind of looks like this girl Annie, and I'm like, oh my god, like because I'd seen her post from Facebook. I'm like, that's Annie's like 14-year-old daughter, and I'm like, my friend from high school has a daughter that's a freshman in high school. Holy crap! And then I'm looking at all these kids, and I swear we are now at that age where like there's a cutoff where like all of them look like children.
Right.
Like I cannot tell because like I'm looking, they look like tiny little kids to me, and they're like, my brother's like, oh yeah, I know that kid. That's a senior.
They can drive.
And they look like they're all kids now. Like I'm at that age where they're just all like, you kids.
You want to know something freaky?
Mm-hmm.
Melissa, my sister, is.
Oh, don't even talk about it.
She's working on her. Like she's
I know.
doing driver's training right now.
I know.
It's nuts.
Both of your sisters are in their teens.
Yeah.
I held them both.
Yeah.
Like little babies.
Babies. It's crazy. My kids are now 5 and 7.
I mean, I think I get it now. We always made fun of in Freaks and Geeks, so the dad is like, used to wipe your butt when you lived there. And I'm just like, I'm talking like
right. I get it. I do. Like Luke did this project this week. He is star of the week in his class, and so one of the things they do is they bring in like pictures. And so Janelle went through this huge picture thing and printed up a bunch, and we were going through and like looking at all the ones from when he was a baby and stuff. I was just a mess. It's crazy. Like he's so big now.
So and he's like a total full-on person.
Yeah, I mean,
with his own personality. And oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you this. It was so funny. So we were like so next stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go to the football game, then I go like my brother had like the giant hotel room, so we just ended up hanging out, talking, got some good Mexican food, local food. Because my brother, like when he's down here, because he lives up in Seattle now, like all he does is eat burritos.
Oh, I believe it.
So like he was also on the toilet a lot because he's like, too many burritos. Because like that's all he'd been doing is like getting his fill. Because you got Roberto's, Filiberto's. You got to make the rounds.
Sure, because Northwest Mexican food, I don't think it's quite the same.
Yeah. So he was making the rounds, all the haunts. He's like, I think I've been everywhere. And I think I quizzed him, and I'm like, there was one that he hadn't been to that's like really out of the way in Encinitas. So he didn't go there.
All right.
But like he went to everywhere else. And because I was like, you go here, you go Filiberto's, Roberto's, Alberto's.
You got the Bertos.
You got all the Bertos. You got did you go to the Roberto's on Del Mar Heights Road? Did you go to the Roberto's up on PCH? You gotta hit them all. And he's like, oh, I found this new one where they actually like grill the fries in the California burrito. I'm like, ooh, like, you know, like just, yeah. So we're just comparing burrito notes and talking because, you know, he went to visit my mom. So we were talking about that and just some other stuff. Good bro time.
Good.
And then we had breakfast at the hotel, and they had like this awesome, oh dude, it was so freaking good. It was like the best like hash brown scrambled thing like I'd ever had. And it like, I don't know, it was really good. And because I want to go to Broken Yoke because I love that place. My brother was like, we can have a pretty good breakfast here and we don't have to wait in line for 45 minutes. I'm like, but they give you muffins in line at Broken Yoke. Oh my gosh. Oh, the best omelets I've ever Actually, no, that's not true. They were the best omelets, and I went to that place up in Reseda during PWG weekend, that deli.
You did say those had fantastic omelets.
Holy crap. I want to go back up there. No, that was in Northridge. No, it was in Reseda. I don't know. It was up there in the valley. I want to go there again, and it was so good. But
so you had breakfast.
So yeah, I went there. Then I went up, and then I drove back to Redlands, straight to the movie theater where we had Audrey's birthday party, where her and some of her friends from school, we watched the Peanuts movie,
which was great,
which was amazing. We'll talk about that a little bit. But then they had like after the you paid like each kid it was like $18,
$18.50,
and then you got like a drink and a popcorn, and they reserved like a whole row for us, like right in the front. Like in the front of the middle.
Yeah, the front, like raised
of the raised part, not the good front row, not the like front row. Yeah. So that was great. And then afterwards, there's like this party room, so we got to have cake in there,
decorated and everything.
And it was fun, and the kids loved it. And Costco cake is delicious. Mm-hmm. And then
our friend Ava ate like an entire piece. Like I don't know, it was like 5 by 5. Yeah, she's 6. No, yeah, she's 6 now. 5 by 5 piece of cake, and then she's like, "Can I have more?" And we're like, "Okay." She probably ate.
I kept giving her cake.
She ate more than you and I combined on cake. It was amazing. But anyway,
well, yeah, because I remember her and Audrey, like, because we used to we go to John's Grill Pizza, and I'm like, because at first I'm like, Audrey's eating a ton, Ava's eating a ton. They're both going to. Going to town.
They just go.
Anyways, so. Everything, it was very busy, lots of kids chasing kids around, making sure they didn't run out everywhere. And
then at one point,
so Luke had to go to the bathroom, and you guys were busy, so I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll do this, it's fine. And
he does his own thing now.
Yeah, he's good, he's all good. I'm like, because I want him, as I knew he's independent. Luke, he's independent now. I've taken him to the bathroom before, and so we're walking up the steps, and he's like, I really gotta go, and then he's like, maybe if I just think about something else. And I'm like, he's smart enough to like be like, what are you talking about? How does a 5-year-old? He's like, if I just think about something else. So I'm like, what Zelda game are you playing? And I just got him talking about Zelda, and he's like, wow, I totally not even thinking about it because we're talking about Zelda, and it was pretty funny. And then I'm like, I don't know, what do you? So he went in the stall, and I'm standing up there like, and I'm trying not to look like a total creeper, just standing because I finished, and then I'm like, I can't, I want to be in here. Because like I'm probably fine, but I gotta be like at least in the vicinity. Like I can't be outside the bathroom
in case there's something that happens.
So then I'm like, what do I do? Because like people are like looking at me, and then they go look, and then they're going. So I'm like, I guess what do you do? Like I started just looking at my phone and like doing stuff on my phone.
Good,
but then I'm like, what if people think I'm taking pictures of them?
Yeah, see, that can be sketchy.
But people are on their phones now in the bathroom all the time.
Yeah, they'll do it like while they're peeing.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, dude. At work, multiple times, like I'll be in one stall like pooping, and somebody will sit down and they'll be on the phone while they're pooping. I'm like, does the person they're talking to
do they
know that they're totally dropping bombs right now? So I want to hear this.
Well, when I do
for future reference.
See, and I don't know, this might be weird, but I go in the stall with them, but I like face the door.
I don't know if is that okay for Uncle Brendo?
He needs privacy, but then again, I don't want to be standing in the main room because it's weird. So I go in and I face away because it's like I have that privacy. So I look the other way. You know, I usually do my phone.
I think he might have been expecting me to do that, and I didn't.
He might have, because that's usually. But it's not like he needs that. It's more for me. Like I don't, like you said, I don't want to be the guy standing in there. Like,
so I was that guy. Yeah, it was kind of weird. But then I'm also like, I'm not leaving this kid in here unsupervised because what if something happens?
So weird. I don't know what the protocol is there exactly.
I don't know. We need international data cords or like
something. I don't know. That's what I.
Because that kind of threw a whole wrench in it. Because I'm very big on the bathroom etiquette and like,
what do you
do? But like this, I'm like, I threw my hands up. I'm like, I don't freaking know. But then, so you know that one dude that works there and he's very nice. He's older dude. Yeah. And he even was like, next time you could take him in the big stall, and then you could, because at one point Luke did be like, Uncle Brendo, and I'm like, I made sure I'm like, you okay? So I kind of looked in on him a little bit, but he was like, I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do, but I'm like, we're talking. I'm like, are you good? You're good. He's like, okay, I'm good. And then, but like, so this guy was with that, and he's like, next time you can go in the big stall, then you could be there. So I think he was like,
oftentimes
I think even he was like, it's weird that you're out here.
Right. But then at some point, though, he's not going to want me in there anymore.
Yeah. Well, I feel like at some point you could be outside the bathroom proper.
But I'm afraid there's going to be a time where he doesn't want me in there, but I can't quite leave him
alone. So you're going to be in that. I don't know. I made it look like I was intentional, very much, not like, like I'm not doing that. Because I'm like, I don't know. Just standing around here is weird. Like I already washed my hands twice. Like, so I feel like there's got to be, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, because
they need to have like a parent waiting zone.
Yeah,
there should be like a designated waiting zone.
Some kind of, because being in the stall at some point at a certain age,
he's gonna be. I mean, he already is like, I need privacy. Yeah. I'm like, I'll have my back to you, but I can't be out there right now.
Yeah, because it was
too weird.
It was a little weird, but I think people knew, because I just make sure every little bit I'm like, you okay? And we're like, yeah. And that, but he was like, he was really, because I think at first he thought he just had to pee, but then it was like, oh man, I gotta. Once we got in there, he's like, oh yeah, I gotta. I'm like, what are we doing here? And he's like, I think this one. Yeah. I'm like, all right.
My kids are famous for their long public bathroom dumps. Audrey in particular will take an hour.
Well, there was that bathroom, and when we went to the bathroom behind the hot dog place,
oh yeah.
She was in there for 30. She left me out there for 30 minutes.
No, she does. She'll just
and and every once in a while I'd be like, "You okay?" She's like, "Yep." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, it's doing her thing.
Because I was just standing, people were coming and going, and they're like, "You still here?" I'm like, she's still in there.
To be fair, they come by it rightly. I'm not exactly known for my short bowel movements, so
Wait till they figure out. Have they figured out the reading on the toilet thing?
I don't think so.
Wait till that happens.
I don't think I want them to know that, because Audrey, once she gets in a book, you can't, Audrey.
When she figures out books on the toilet or that Kindle on the toilet, it's over.
No Kindle on the toilet. I'm calling it right now.
Well, already I've heard you told me you're like, we're having some issues.
Well, Uncle, it hasn't been bad, but Uncle Brendo gave Audrey it's called a Fire.
Yeah, Kindle Fire.
And it's the kid version.
And you get the kid version.
So it's got kid Amazon Prime basically, and it's amazing. And Audrey knows how to do it. And she was the first few days, and I wanted her to just enjoy it, so she was on it constantly. And after once we started getting back to reality post birthday celebration, I'm like, you gotta curb it a little bit, your kiddo, because she's like, I want to be on the tablet more. I'm like, no, we gotta. So finally, and she was fighting me on it, and then I'm like, fine, just do it a little more. And then the battery died because she played it so long. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, it's time to take a break. No, but now it's evened out a lot now. Yeah. She's back to
also, you can read books on it. It's not just
right.
Not so you can be you can read a book on the tablet instead of playing a game, and you can regulate it that way.
And she's done some of that already. It's been fantastic, but had to find sort of a balance in there.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm I don't know. I just remember when I don't know what it'll know, because I don't know. I think I started that because there is a picture of me on a potty holding a book.
Right.
So I started at a very, very young age, that I figured that out immediately. I'm like, books and toilet.
Well, our kids have to know, because we have a whole library in our bathrooms, but I don't know.
They haven't quite gotten the hang of it.
They haven't done it yet.
Because they're still probably really focused on what they're doing.
Yeah, on the task at hand.
But once you got that down, then it's just and then once you realize that you don't you don't have to necessarily be actively improving.
You
can just be in there.
I will tell you this: I was known for abusing the bathroom during chore time as a kid.
Especially when you got a sibling household, and that's your only
gotta poop.
That's your only quiet place.
Yeah. Well, when you have kids, let me tell you, there's time. Scene in This Is 40.
This Is 40. That's the most real thing.
Yeah, I'm like, yep. Except that Janelle doesn't fight me on it. She just knows that's daddy's time in there.
I can see where in some marriages that could definitely become a point of
but it's true. You're this is it.
Sometimes I just want I forgot the lines now, but it was
he's just on his phone or something.
He was playing Words with Friends on the tablet. He's playing Scrabble, which I know, you're a Scrabble guy. I'm pretty sure Phil has done that.
Yep, that exact game. So birthday party was great.
Yeah. So that happened. The bathroom stuff happened. And then you and I drove out to Eagle Rock because it was 1995 Fest.
Which was fantastic.
And it was awesome. There's lots of great 1995 movies and great food to go along with the movies.
Lots of great food.
We ate some kangaroo.
Which was good, but I weirded myself out about it.
You psyched yourself out.
Because when everyone was like passing around the kangaroo, I started joking about like, oh, but that's from the pouch. And then I just started thinking pouch. And then everyone's like, you got to have some. And I was like, oh, pouch. And then I ate it. But then the whole time I was eating, I was just thinking of pouch. And it tasted fine. It tasted like beef, basically.
Yeah.
It wasn't very gamey even.
Well, props to Strang because it was a great party.
Yeah, this is my first time I got to go to one.
Fest. And I forgot to ask him. Usually he has ideas of what the next one's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
But I forgot to ask.
Well, yeah, it was really cool. Well, you talked about them before, but basically it's all movies from 1995.
Yeah, there's 3 rounds and plus a bonus round. And so this one had the most rooms. There's 8 rooms.
8 rooms.
So each round there's 8 movies and 8 rooms, and each room has a dish. And there's the dessert round. There's the appetizer round. Then there's the main course round, then there's the dessert round, and then there's like the final round, which is just one movie and all the leftovers.
And the dishes are themed after the movies, and you have to eat that dish
in that room,
in the room that it's themed after.
So you end up just hanging out, watching a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
And I mean, we went to the Billy Madison room because there was a snack packs.
Yep.
And then we ended up quoting Billy Madison for the first 20 minutes. Yep. And people would come in, and as they came in, they'd start quoting the movie
with us.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
I watched quite a bit of Waterworld.
We watched a bunch of Waterworld,
which I do love.
It was funny. The disc started skipping, and then everybody's like, we're done with this.
Yeah, and then Derek, I think, just skipped past some of it.
And they're still talking about Waterworld.
I do love it, but I wanted to move around, and it was a good time. I think my favorite food of the whole night was the chili.
The chili
was amazing.
There's also really good sausage.
There was good sausage. Chili from
Get Shorty for Chili Palmer.
The sausage was good.
Although I'm bummed we missed all the appetizer round because there was an Angus themed appetizer.
Yes, it was
the blue plum something, and then there was Clueless theme.
Ooh, the ice cream was really good too.
Oh my gosh, the Batman Forever ice cream with the Two-Face ice cream.
Yeah, it was like a ginger blackberry.
And then like a raspberry.
And then it was like a sweet cream on one half, and then ginger raspberry.
Yeah,
or ginger blackberry.
Ginger something.
The guy who made it, I can't remember his name. I feel bad, but we were talking for a while, and he was telling us all about how he did the reduction and blah blah blah. I mean, we're talking fancy chef stuff here, like Food Network.
There's a lot of good food at this thing. It's not just here's some cheese puffs because the cheese puffs are in this movie.
No, it was good.
It's really good stuff.
So you
got to go to a full one because you get the full experience. But you also have to learn to pace yourself.
Seriously, because we were only there for
at a certain point, Phil and I were both. I didn't eat the pie because I'm too full. But that pie looked so good. Did you have one of the moon pies?
I did. I couldn't.
Oh my god, they were so good.
I was just telling you, I'm still recovering.
There's so much good food.
Some stomach thing. I mean, not because it was gross, just because we ate so much food.
I tried to prepare you.
I know. Well, I know I have a good idea now of how to approach it better. Because I think I started off okay, it's dinner time, and then
because we had spaghetti,
and which was good, but probably would have just had a little
those potatoes.
Oh my gosh, those were really good for Hackers.
Yeah. And watching Hackers with a group was awesome. Fun. Watching Batman Forever
was probably the best.
We ended up watching almost the whole movie.
Yeah,
because it was just everybody was just
it was MST3K the whole time.
I had forgotten entire scenes of that movie just because they were so.
I think we gave that movie a pass,
and we should have known better.
I think we shouldn't have been as surprised by Batman.
This was our special editions.
Yeah. We should have seen it coming.
Should have seen.
They already had a neon gang.
There was some ridiculous.
They already had nipples on the Robin suit.
There was the nipples and the huge cod piece.
And the butt shot.
The butt shot.
It was
the car,
in there.
like everybody was
rubber
like,
wings
like
on the car.
everything was just
the holy metal Batman.
Holy rusted metal Batman. My favorite though, there's a show. If you have Batman Forever, I want you to watch this right now. Okay, so they have the Edward Nygma party where he's trying to steal everybody's secrets, and then Two-Face comes and crashes it, and then Batman comes. Two-Face comes and they're robbing people, and then Batman comes in through the skylight, and I want you to get to that scene right now. Go get Batman Forever. I'm dead serious right now. I'm not even joking. Right now, if you have Batman Forever and you're listening to this podcast, not live, guys. I mean, maybe if you're live, you can do it, I guess, and come back. So pause this. I want you to get to that scene where Two-Face has come and crashed the party, and Batman is crashing through the skylight. Okay, so you're there. Okay, play that part. Play it right now. Just play it right now, and you'll know what we're talking about as soon as you do. Do that now. Okay, so you're back. Did you see that guy? So to describe for the people that don't have Batman Forever, which maybe because I have it because I have the box set. Yeah. Because it does have that documentary that goes across, so you got to have them all. Even though the idea of paying money for Batman and Robin was just but I'm like, I gotta have it all.
Have it.
So so if you didn't play that back, what you missed is there is a dude, a very clear, you think it's an extra, but they gave him this line where he points at this Batman. He's like, "Yeah, Batman, yeah!" And he makes this weird noise, and it's the weirdest thing ever.
So out of place.
It's so weird.
So I think you suggested maybe he won a contest.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe
a Doritos bag or something.
It's like, what the hell was that? Yeah. Everybody in the room went crazy because we're all watching really intently because this movie is so insane. At this point, we're just like, this movie is crazy. So we were really watching it. So we saw that. We're just all of us are like, what the hell was that? There's so much weird crap like that.
The romance stuff is really
so weird.
Val Kilmer's serious romance stuff is bizarre.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Yeah. It was so much fun.
It also made me realize that Val Kilmer, I almost prefer George Clooney now. I used to think that I used to say well, Val Kilmer was all right. No, he's terrible. He's terrible.
It's just very kind of low key,
and he's low key in everything. He's a horrible Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
a really bad Bruce Wayne.
There's no you want to get nuts scene in this. It's just all one.
Oh my god! But yet they copy, as we found, if we discovered, we pointed out multiple times, they copy a bunch of shots.
Yeah, they
from the
Austin
Tim Burton
Powers
movies.
Where every beat was stolen directly from something from the earlier movies.
There's some ridiculous,
all the way down to the bad guy at the end, having the gripping the symbol of their thing in the hand. Just thing after thing. It was crazy.
It was really crazy. I don't know. The movie's weird and bad, just real bad.
Well, and I mean, I love the old goofy '60s Batman.
Yeah,
but you got to pick a theme. Are you going full on camp?
Because it'd be full on camp, and then
someone gets murdered.
He's killing people, and then Nicole Kidman's taking her clothes off.
Yeah, there's
this weird crap,
sexy thing.
What is happening?
Jim Carrey's face melts off at the end, and it's all gross. Not off, but it's all distorted and whatever.
And then just some of Jim Carrey's is so over the and I know totally for that time, 60s, and especially. Think about how huge Jim Carrey was in 1995. Yeah. He was so big. He belonged there, but with the rest of it. And then also somebody else's joke was, does Tommy Lee Jones have dialogue in this movie? Because everything's it's so freaking weird. Yeah. And oh my god.
Maybe you can memorize the lines, and that was just
it's so weird.
It is. So that was really fun, though, watching it with those guys.
Yeah, and then, they started Mortal Kombat, and that was getting fun, but we had to go because then...
The next stop...
We drove down to Orange and went Josh in the Extra Damage crew. We're having their Extra Life marathon.
This is our third year?
It's our third or fourth year. We've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And maybe it is the third year, because we've been doing it since the first year they did it, and I think this is the third year. Could be wrong.
Something like that.
But anyways, this was the longest because we got there at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
and we stayed until like 5 in the morning.
It's like 5:30.
Yeah,
because we didn't get home till 7.
Yeah, and we were there for we made it, and it was great because that's usually like their worst, like the hardest part, and we made it awesome.
Yeah.
We played the Jackbox Party Pack, that like what was it called? Quiplash.
Yeah.
That if you I think they're gonna be posting the videos at Extra Damage.
You want to see
if you
nuts.
watch like the later, like the Quiplash session just devolves into like there was a butt stuff round. Yeah. I'll just say that where like every answer had to include.
Well, and I was telling Janelle too, like that first round we did, everything was kind of like people trying to make intelligent jokes, and I did the like I just pooped my pants. And I think that like just began the descent into
like at one point I'm like, this is like an 8-year-old with Mad Libs, like boop, butt, pee, poopy,
puke. Yeah.
And then it got real dark for like real dark,
some, like eating a baby or like give up on your hopes and dreams,
just like other.
And then it just got with the butts,
just butt stuff.
It was crazy. But then the first game
Benson was there.
With Benson was that. What's it called? Gang Beast.
Oh my gosh, Gang Beast.
That was so much fun.
So much fun.
There was like a great like storyline with because like Benson did this whole thing
was
where
the chicken,
and he would like run and hide.
And I was the T-Rex, and you were Pikachu.
I was like fake Pikachu,
and Josh was the bear. So we were all kind of playing our characters, and it was really fun.
And then like Benson just kept hiding, and then in the very end, like it was down to me and him in the most epic battle, like. I don't want to spoil it. What if they go watch it?
You should go watch it. It was a lot. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah. And then we closed it out with the,
Samurai gun,
which I love.
It got really crazy.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's a lot of fun. We had a real fun time.
I was saying, like, I think it was like the most fun year yet.
And they hit their goal like really quickly.
Well, I think they raised over
a bunch of money. And Children's Hospital Orange County, Extra Life. Check it out, extradamage.com.
Thanks to you guys, those guys, Josh and Jesse.
For those guys for having us, and Chuck and Caleb was there.
Yeah.
Benson, it was good seeing Benson. We just missed Gates, although Gates bequeathed you some Mad Catz PlayStation controllers. They're worthless, right? Did you look them up?
I could get about $15 out of each one.
Okay.
But it would cost like $30 to ship those things. They're huge.
So Gates left you with some crap.
So he basically, gave me some
Gates you.
Now, it's possible I could list it on like a local, they have those like type of stuff for sale. Like I might be able to get $5 out of them.
Do that.
So I'm going to try. But right now they're hiding in the garage.
Or you can just take it down to that guy in Cal Mesa. Just be like, here.
That's true. Want these? But Janelle doesn't know about them yet. They're hiding in the garage.
Well, we pulled up at so we got home at like 7 in the morning. Like we're both like dead, and then we're sitting there in the driveway, and you're like, I probably should have bring these inside.
So I hit him in the trunk.
And I'm like, you probably shouldn't, because if you came home and like you've been out all night.
I already came home at 7 in the morning. They're all like dusty.
Well, I mean, you could use them on your PS2.
But they're huge though. Like I don't have room for that in my living room. There's no way. I mean, for how often I play racing games on the PS2, it is not something I'm keeping in my living room.
All right.
Anyway, but I appreciate it though.
So then I went to bed at like 7:30. And woke up at like 4 on Sunday, and then I was like, well, this day is over. And like I went to the store. Well, first I like read. I finished the Stephen King book I was reading, and not the music book. And then it was like by the time I woke up at like 4, but then I read for like an hour and a half, and then at 5:30 I'm like, I need to go to the store. So then I went to the store, and then it was like 6. And then I'm like, I don't know. And then like before I knew it, it was like 10. It was like 11 p.m. And I'm like, I guess it's bedtime. And I went back to sleep.
See, and I didn't get that privilege. I got to bed at like
7.
I
don't have children.
7:30. The kids were up, but let me sleep for a while. But I still was up by like 10:30, something like that. Maybe 11. I got like 3.5 hours, something.
Oh my gosh. Because it was hard enough. I got a full 8 hours, and it was really hard getting out of that bed.
Well, then we had like.
That's why I read for an hour and a half, so I didn't have to get out of bed.
It wasn't like too active, but then we went out. They did this like fundraiser for Janelle's school, and we had to go out for that. I didn't get to go to bed last night until like 10:30 again, and then up again at 6 o'clock.
I don't know.
So that's probably why we started out the show laughing about like faces melting. That's kind of where we're at.
All I can think of now is your face melting off. But I don't think that's how it works. I think
sure
I don't think your skin melts, and I don't think your skin melts.
Telling me Indiana Jones lied to me?
Face. I mean, I guess if it's like really hot, like the whole thing would just melt.
I think that was just because it was like ghosts or angels or whatever was coming out.
Fire that can do whatever it wants.
I think that's not the same as your heater.
Like I think it would just burn you.
Yeah.
And burn your muscle, and then you'd be in the burn ward.
Yeah.
And I'd just have to go visit you, and I'd be like all the other burn. I'd be like visiting the burn ward. Yep. But I'd have to because it was my fault.
You would have to because it was your heater. Look what you did. You and your heater.
And then you're getting like all the skin grafts, and the whole time it's like, Brendo,
why didn't you fill out the ticket? Open a ticket, Brendan.
Open a ticket. Save my face.
Hashtag open a ticket.
Yeah, but they're not. I'm not here, and then they like won't come over when I'm like.
Think of my face.
Give you permission.
Think of my face.
I don't know. I gotta figure it out because also my faucet's leaking, and this faucet's not giving enough pressure.
You should probably just open like a whole apartment once over.
I just feel bad if I open a ticket and it's like 4 different things. They're like, "Why didn't you do this on like when they happened?" I'm like, I don't know. It all happened at once. Sure, it did. Sure,
you gotta do it.
All right.
That's the advantage of apartment living.
I know, but like, but then like I'm like, he's got. I don't want to be that. But then I'm like, that's what I'm paying for, I guess. I'm like, I don't want to bother that guy.
Poor guy. That's like his job.
That's his job. But it is weird having somebody in here working on stuff and I'm not here.
It's true.
What if he takes my stuff?
Just like leave little like things around.
No, so they're not gonna take things.
Get a nanny cam now.
I don't think the handyman's like.
What are they gonna do? Like, oh look, I want that Dumbo poster. If he's gonna steal that.
It's not that. It's just weird having somebody in your house and not there. It's like a ghost story.
It is. You come home and
what if I come home and it's all fixed? But then what if they're still there, but I don't know it, and then I'm gonna get scared.
Knock first.
I don't want to do that.
Hello?
I don't know. It's weird. That's a weird thing to be weirded out about.
That is definitely weird. I've never had that even cross my mind.
All right, we got some reader mail.
Reader mail.
This one you requested because Josh posted on Facebook, and we already argued about it for a while. But I guess you have some final thoughts.
Well, final thoughts because I wanted to like
trying to get the last word in because you have to.
Because if I type it, he has a chance to respond. But if I say it on the show, he can't do nothing.
He'll respond in his own way. What if you cause him to have a car accident? He already said he's almost gotten in some because he gets so angry.
Now I'm fighting dirty.
So now he's gonna. This is an ambush.
Yeah. You thought you could write? No, it's just closing thoughts. Well, let's read what he said, and then we'll talk about it.
And then Josh is like, I'll tell you what it's closing thoughts.
I'll close it when I want to close it.
All right. Here we go.
So
Josh wrote, Phil Vecchio, on the last episode, watch the movie yourself and make up your own opinion. Unless you are a critic who watched a film, then your opinion is wrong. Unbelievable.
That was him quoting me.
Yes. I know Phil has terrible taste in movies, and I stand by the fact that his terrible taste tells me nothing about films he either likes or dislikes, but defending Jem is insane, and it's even more insane that he gets so mad at the critics, and this is in all caps, for doing the very thing he says everyone should do, see the movie and form an opinion. Except, as I said, what we were trying to say, what Phil was trying to say especially, is that it seems to me, and then I can second this, having gone and read some of these reviews, that some of these people did not see the movie,
right?
Or at the very least, they did not. Because the main criticism is that it's not faithful to the source material. But if you watch, as we've detailed in the last episode and in the post, on our Facebook group, if you go to radiobrendo.com, you can join that Facebook group.
Which is a lot of fun.
We've detailed that it does outline, maybe not the series as a whole, as Josh pointed out, but the pilot.
Right, the pilot. And so,
which is a self-contained story.
The origin story.
And because these guys only had, like, as we said, $5 million, we're not going to get all the crazy robot fighting weird crap that happens as Jem progresses in her adventures.
But they looked at the pilot and said, hey, here's something we can do for that amount of money, and if it goes well, then we'll give everyone that Jem movie that they want. And guess what? You guys all torpedoed that, Jem fans.
I don't know. I also understand that, like, hey, it's not what the whole of Jem is.
Right.
But But then it's like, should we have to watch these origin stories in order to get what we really want?
But here's my point, though. Regardless of whether or not it covers which part of the series or not, when I'm talking about the critics watching and making an opinion, what I'm saying is that watching a movie and criticizing it by saying this isn't like the show and that's your only criticism isn't criticism. It's just making a comparison. It's not talking about whether the movie itself was good. And I think that when you don't separate that source material from the movie
that was
itself,
also your point, was on its own. It's like,
I think it's a good movie on its own.
It's a good movie.
I think
and nobody was even giving it that chance. They weren't even addressing that.
All they were writing. And so when you say that I said watch the movie and make your own opinion, I challenge some of the people that wrote, because I read a bunch of the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Some of them didn't watch the movie. They just read what other people wrote about it and wrote this, echoed that. I guarantee you there's people that did not watch it and wrote.
How would you? There's no way.
Because there's plot points that they say, well, this didn't even happen, and it did.
Oh, there you go.
Like some of the stuff that Josh wrote, like in the comments about, like, well, what about this from the cartoon? That stuff was in there, and people complain, like,
which also I'm pretty sure Josh didn't see the movie.
Well, I know Josh didn't, because he said, well, this, and yeah, like half of the stuff you said was in the movie. A lot of the stuff people complained about in some of those things are in the movie, so they didn't watch the whole thing. Maybe they watched part of it, maybe they just watched the trailer, or maybe they just read other people's reviews. I don't know what it is, but I'm saying that there was
I think, Josh, you have to admit that what Phil's saying, that's a valid argument.
Yeah.
That a lot of these people, based on what they're saying, and we both, and you can read it for yourself too, they're saying things that are just not true about the movie, which implies that they probably didn't watch it, or if they did, they weren't paying any attention.
And I think it's lazy criticism to just say it's not like the source material. That doesn't tell us about what is there. It just says what's not there. So,
but you like a lot of dumb crap.
I do, but there have been throughout history movies that were based on stuff that's not a good adaptation, but is a good movie in and of itself. And I think it's not fair to only base something's value on whether or not it's like something else.
Well, I've enjoyed the music. And
yeah, the music's fantastic. And I'm not saying everyone has to like it. I'm just saying if you're going to write criticism, write good criticism.
Go ahead and do that, America.
Boom.
Denver.
NTLD.
Writes, my pen pal response to my favorite TGIF show. This was Mark Bolton asked him his favorite TGIF show. Well, my TGIF started before the real meat of the TGIF run. Like when he was...
Okay.
By the time those started, I was just driving and was either working on Fridays at Price Chopper as a sacker.
Price Chopper. Never heard of that.
That's their. I think that's a grocery store. You know how it's always different.
Yeah. The regional one.
Or out burning gas because it was 79 cents a gallon. Driving in an endless loop from Sonic to McDonald's. My Friday night shows as a kid was Dukes of Hazzard, The Greatest American Hero, which they have said there's going to be a remake, I guess. And Knight Rider.
Very good.
Mr. Belvedere, Webster and Perfect Strangers, Sledgehammer, and Max Headroom. You don't know Sledgehammer?
What was Sledgehammer?
That was like another one of those spy. It's kind of like what's the one with Pierce Brosnan?
Oh, like Remington Steele.
It was like a similar to that. You never know Sledgehammer?
No.
It was like that.
Okay.
And Max Headroom.
Yep.
Later on. The A-Team, although it was on another channel.
Love the A-Team.
And we always watch 2020.
2020.
So there you go.
All right.
Same question back at you.
Ooh.
Pen pal. So favorite TGI shows. And then he goes on to say, the Goldberg's Halloween episode was good and felt familiar. The human shield part, as I implemented the same tactic in the old hospital. So now I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it's worth watching.
The Over the Garden Wall, Mad Magazine, and the Sorry Phil, Not For You, Don Martin books were my purchases.
One could hope. I went home after that and looked at my wish list, and it was still on there. So I guess it wasn't for me.
All right.
But I'm glad you have such good taste because I love Don Martin, and I've had that on my wish list for some time now.
Yep.
Oh, it's good. Thanks for buying it through Radio BrendoMan.
Speaking of that, and I just was looking at the pictures of like us at the Mad panel was so great.
Yeah, it was.
That's now you know why it's on our must list.
It definitely is. From now
I'm glad
on,
you finally got to do it.
Top priority.
Also, you get stuff.
I know.
Mario writes in. Mario's been posting some weird crap lately.
Dude, Mario, I have to say that video you posted about like.
So it's Emma Watson and then she like takes her top off, and then she has but it's like not real boobs, and then she pulls off her freaking like whole skin mask. And like mask, and then it turns into freaking what's her face from Modern Family? Sofia Vergara.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, what the heck is that? Did somebody make that?
I don't know.
It looks real. Like it looks real. It's really good. Whoever made it, but it's also the freakiest thing I've ever seen.
Ever since
just somebody like taking their whole skin and face off. That's what.
Oh, Mario posted a video. What's this?
What if your face melted off and then it was like?
What if I'm Angelica Houston to me? All along you've been doing a show, Captain EO era Angelica Houston.
And then I'd be like, wow.
Wait, would I be the witch part, or would I be like the queen with the thing afterwards?
I don't know. All right.
Why Angelica Houston?
Mario, who posts lots of weird crap.
Nightmare fuel.
Need to hire someone to flip out for you. Call 1-800-FLIP-YOUR-LID. Okay.
Is that a real number?
I don't know. Try it.
No, I'm not calling a random 1-800 number.
Blackface Ken is a no-go. I keep ending up with Soul Man. Yeah.
In Tropic
Thunder.
Yep. That's definitely what would happen.
About Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., when they mentioned something is stopping us from getting around, I thought it was Ego, the Living Planet, but I think that's a Fantastic Four property. I looked that up later. It is a Fantastic Four property.
So they can't.
But it does sound a lot like it.
They do hint at things. Like, I wonder if maybe they're just trying to get away with.
It does sound a lot like it because I looked this up.
What if they're buying out Fantastic Four and that's going to be part of the Agents of
S.H.I.E.L.D. Who knows? Now. If only there was a podcast that talked about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Is that him hinting that I guess we haven't been promoting
on Beyond the Shield.
Beyond the Shield podcast.
Definitely listen to
Adam Wells, theadamwells.com. We're so sorry. But you got to write in and remind us because we forgot. I don't know.
That's part of the deal.
I feel like we've lived up to our terms pretty well.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
In the Purge world, is there a Purge podcast called Yearly Blood Spatter? I'm pretty sure there is.
I'm sure there's got to be podcasts in that world.
Well, because that Purge revolution happens through like the revolutionaries. They have like a vlog.
Okay.
And that's how they like gather the revolutionary forces.
They have like comedy podcasts that talk about it.
Sure. Like, how do we get? What's the deal with this Purge?
It's only Jerry Seinfeld, though.
Asher's Evil Dead is on Torrent and SoulSeek. Thank you. But yes, of course it is. Everything's on there, but use your own risk.
Yeah.
It also, really cool. as Mark pointed out, or Steve, I think it was Steve pointed out, the first episode was available free on Stars Play.
Huh.
Also, if you know anybody with cable, you can probably get their password and go on the Stars thing because that's kind of what I did.
But I've heard good things about it. It looks really cool.
And then, what fruit do you like?
What fruit do I like?
I like all fruits.
I love fruit in general. I mean, as you know, I
like honeydew melons.
If I had to pick,
I'd say an orange. An orange.
Thinking of an orange. I don't know. Watermelons or bananas. Cherries.
Cherries are good.
Love cherries. Ooh, especially those like white cherries, like those Rainier cherries.
Raspberries.
I like fruit. Blueberries.
Boysenberries. Now we're just naming fruits.
That's like
I think I like honeydew melons.
They're all good.
Melon, like good melon ball.
Good melon. Figs. I love figs. Ugh. Apricots, a fresh apricot off the tree.
Those oh my God. It's good. Apple butter.
I don't think that's a fruit.
It's a fruit butter.
It's a fruit butter.
It's fruit. It's preserves.
Appleberry pie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cherry pie.
Sure. Now we're just like, that's just desserts.
Thank you for your letter.
Yeah, thank you guys for all of you.
If you go to radiobrendo.com, click the contact or and all of our other stuff, there's a way to get a hold of us.
Yep.
Just do it.
If it says BrendoMan on it, it'll get to us eventually.
You know what else gets to us eventually?
What's that?
All the podcasts coming from Stitcher.
That's right.
They go into my ears.
Directly from the Stitcher app.
Yeah, which I got on my mobile device and on my website device.
That's a computer.
Yeah.
Your website device.
and then when I'm on there, I thumbs up and I use the code BrendoMan. If you haven't signed up for a free Stitcher account yet, go to radiobrendo.com, click the Stitcher link, and then if you haven't created an account, do that, and there should be a thing that has a code.
Think so.
Put in the code BrendoMan.
Yeah.
But it has to be from the web. You sign up on the web.
If you do it on your phone,
not on your phone.
You might not have it.
I don't think so.
But whatever. You just do it anyway.
And then you can listen to all the Ben V Network shows, and there's lots of them, and they're there, and they're awesome.
Yep.
Except Star Wars Nerds Unite. They trashed I didn't like what they were talking trash.
Calling them out there.
Calling them out.
I thought you said you made them mad at you.
Whatever. They're not mad.
But how do they not like it? I do want to ask that.
Tim was talking a lot of crap about the trailer. It just seemed like for a Star Wars podcast, they just really couldn't give two craps about what may very well be one of the best trailers ever made.
Definitely
in the history of trailers. I don't understand it.
And then watch like the TV.
Also,
spots.
just like your lack of knowledge about everything was just really disturbing. There was a lot of
find the lack of faith disturbing.
Incorrect information being disseminated.
Man, Star Wars Nerds Unite.
But they do talk about like the comics and stuff, and it's cool. Comic Nerds Unite this week with this last episode was great. They talked about Lock and Key.
Oh, okay.
Well, the week before. They talked about that was the week before. They do this podcast every week.
I know, but
you're reading the Colonel Sanders comic?
No. The one of the Star Wars, one that bridges the thing. When did they talk about that? Have you done that one yet?
That's on Star Wars Nerds Unite. I was talking about Comic Nerds Unite.
Okay.
There are different podcasts.
I realize that, but I got them confused because they both say Unite at the end. And
that's because they're part of the Unite family of podcasts. One.
So anyway, I'm reading that comic, so I want to go and listen to what they have to say about it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Check out all the other shows too.
Good stuff.
And Popsicles, I guess we're going to do a new episode at some point. Right. I don't know. It's up to Derek. It's Derek's birthday today.
That's right. Happy birthday, Derek.
Happy birthday, Derek.
By the time you're listening to this, it probably isn't your birthday anymore. But
he went to go see
Peanuts?
No. He saw Peanuts on Sunday.
Okay.
They all were going to go 10:30 a.m., but they didn't have the crazy evening that we had.
Well, yeah.
They all went. Yeah, they went to bed. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I guess he was going to go see Mad Max at the New Beverly.
Like the original Mad Max?
No.
New Mad Max.
Fury Road.
Okay.
The New Beverly.
Cool.
Have you seen that
yet?
I've
not seen that.
Holy crap.
I know. There's so many things. There's so many
awesome.
Things.
I think even Janelle would like it.
I don't know. Maybe.
It's PG-13.
It's not that. It's not like
it's like super girl power, like just like badass girl action hero kicking butt.
She might like it. I shouldn't doubt her.
Maybe.
Sometimes I say oh, you wouldn't like this, and she's like, who do you think I am? So I sometimes
she might
don't credit her with that.
I think she might like it. You like that Charlize Theron and the guitar guy? It's pretty freaking awesome.
You know what she likes a lot though?
What?
Cheap hosting. Yeah, she loves that. Affordable hosting
for MrsVecchio.com.
Yeah, MrsVecchio.com.
Well, right. You can have your own domain name, MrJoeBlow.com.
Wonder if that's out there. That's probably available.
Probably shouldn't go to that.
Yeah, just in case. Just in case.
Anyways, you want to host all those great sites at DreamHost. Go to DreamHost.com. Buy your stuff. Use the promo code RadioBrendoMan at checkout. You will save $50 off your order. Because when you're looking at I think a year of hosting is like $97.
That's like over half off.
$95. That's over half off. It's a good deal. Plus, you get a free domain registration when you use our code.
Fantastic.
Freaking good deal,
Fantastic.
Man. Boom. Get that domain.
Yeah.
Butt stuff. Don't go there. Do not go there.
Stop saying websites.
I said butt stuff because that's like all we talked about in a game.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You know what though? It's almost Christmas. I mean, I know Thanksgiving is.
I want to get that Jackbox party pack, and you know where the best place to get it will be on Amazon. And if you want to get it shipped on time, get all those gifts out because you forget somebody. It's like December 21st. Oh, I forgot about Joe, Uncle Timmy, or Uncle Bob, or I forgot about Sally. I got to get her something. You find that thing, click on it, free 2-day shipping anywhere. Right. Sometimes even 1 day.
You know what I've been doing lately?
Amazon Prime Now.
Is if you choose if you have Prime and you choose to get it longer, you get credits for pantry.
Yeah.
I think I've built up like $24 in credits.
Dang.
Yeah. From doing all these
get some surge with that pantry.
Absolutely.
because I think you can get Surgeon Pantry.
So
that's what I was told.
It's a good deal. Get the Prime promo.
And if you're not sure about it, you're not sure. You don't believe us, which you should believe us. But whatever.
Yeah,
that's up to you.
Find out for yourself.
Find out for yourself. Get a free 30-day trial to Amazon Prime. Go to RadioBrendo.com. Click the Amazon Prime trial link.
And it's fantastic.
And you can see for yourself. And even if you already have Prime, you don't want Prime, whatever. But everybody shops on Amazon.
Right.
I shopped on Amazon the other day.
I bought something today on Amazon.
I bought an ebook.
Yeah.
Talk about it in a minute. I buy ebooks all the time. Buy stuff, cables, other things, video games, WWE 2K16, Fallout. Fallout's coming out. Somebody already got out of work tomorrow. I'm just like, I wonder what's going on.
Yeah.
And everybody else is like, I should have thought of that.
Yeah, because now no one else can do it. That guy already got it.
Feeling
a little sick.
Because that's all everybody was talking about today.
Yeah.
Fallout. I'm gonna have to abstain for now because I don't know how I would manage between WWE and then just like shows are on and I have very little free time. Job. Because I feel like I would just be tempted every day to like, play Fallout 4 or go to work.
Yeah.
Like
that's
I don't need that in my life.
You don't want that.
I don't want to be in that position.
But if you do and you want to buy something like that,
buy it on Amazon. Go to RadioBrendo.com, click the Amazon banner, and then buy Fallout 4. Buy that video game. Buy that Christmas present for your mom. Buy that thing for your brother because you forgot his birthday. Buy a birthday present for Derek Armijo.
That's right. And speaking of buying stuff,
what?
We got to get our gift exchange going pretty soon.
Gift exchange going soon.
It's going to be coming soon. Keep an eye out for that.
Coming soon, gift exchange.
All right.
But this week, we got some stuff. Goodfellas, 25th anniversary Blu-ray.
That is a fantastic movie.
We got Amazon Basics High Speed. As I've always said, Phil, I say this all the time.
You do.
Only don't ever buy those gold-plated whatever HDMI cables that are like $20, $15, $30. You're an idiot if you buy those. HDMI cables, they're all the same.
Same thing.
So you get the Amazon Basics. They do all the same stuff. It's exactly the same. $5.49.
Such a deal.
Can't beat that. So somebody bought one. Somebody smart bought the Amazon Basics.
Although if someone wants to buy one of the super expensive
ones. If you want to buy a $50 gold-plated cable, just go on Amazon. But you shouldn't do that. That's a video game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you'd rather have a gold-plated cable that does nothing. Okay, we got a Mediasonic Homeworks super thin indoor HD TV antenna, 25-mile range. It's only $6.
Is that a long range for a TV antenna?
Seems pretty It's pretty long. I don't know.
Yes,
I don't know. Antenna. We got Green Foods True Vitality chocolate.
25.2 ounces.
That's a lot of chocolate. I want to see this. I think this is like
baking chocolate.
I don't know. No, it's like that powder.
Oh, okay.
Protein powder.
I got you.
Something powder. Smoothies. What kind of nutrition are we talking about here? I don't know.
Good nutrition. True nutrition.
I just want to see like how much protein is in this.
Product pictures are kind of blurry.
Probiotic cells. It's got some stuff, I guess.
Oh, I just remembered a movie that I watched. Remember.
What?
The Netflix movie that I watched.
What was it?
Oh, okay. I got to just remind me that I have one extra on that I have to talk about. Blurry made me think of it.
Household Essentials Natural Cotton Laundry Bag. So a big laundry bag. Speaking of that, I got to do my laundry. Lasco Oscillating Ceramic Tower Heater.
It's getting cold.
We got Hot Shot Mini Ultra Liquid Roach Bait. Somebody's got roaches.
That stuff will get rid of them.
We got Mediasonic Homeworks HDTV Digital Video Converter Box. So somebody's, I think that's going with the antenna.
It sounds like,
somebody's still got an old TV. That's what that is.
Well, wait, if it's a HD TV digital converter
so it's the box that converts the HDTV signals.
Oh, okay.
Because you have an old TV. Because all the new TVs have built-in antennas.
Because I have that. I have. I just didn't realize that's what it was.
Yeah.
But I have
your new TV
from the bedroom.
Yeah. Yep. You still need that.
That's how I watch the Judge shows.
Watch your Judge Judy. So that's Amazon for this week. So thank you, everybody.
Thanks for buying stuff.
And everybody else, Buy stuff.
Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat.
Need those Thanksgiving presents. I got to get my mom birthday presents.
People buy Thanksgiving presents. That thing.
I think about that. I think I just said that because my mom's birthday is right around Thanksgiving, and I think about Thanksgiving presents.
Buy your turkeys.
Buy your turkey on Amazon.
Buy a turkey on Amazon.
Sure, you can buy a turkey.
Buy anything on Amazon.
Buy anything.
Oh.
Buy your trimmings. Buy cranberry sauce.
The new Bob's Burgers is a Thanksgiving episode. Oh. So good.
Does that mean there's not going to be any Bob's Burgers?
I don't know. Maybe we'll do a Christmas one. But it's really good.
That means there's not going to be any Bob's Burgers until Thanksgiving?
I guess.
They're doing a Thanksgiving episode now?
I think so. I don't know.
I want more Bob's Burgers.
I know. I feel like they're coming very slow this year. So good, though.
Because their Thanksgiving episodes are always so amazing.
So good.
What's the turkey song? No, I forget the turkey song.
The song in this one is so awesome. I want to tell you about it.
All right.
We should just watch it after this.
Go to radiobrendo.com. Check out the Facebook group. It's already 10:15.
All right. We're not going to watch it tonight. Facebook group.
If I was going to watch anything, I was going to watch wrestling because I still got to finish it because they're doing the tournament. Kevin Owens gave a 5-star promo. He just totally started trashing England. He called the royal family stupid. It was awesome.
Wow. You could talk about that in the Facebook group.
Facebook group. Go to radiobrendo.com. There's links for all this stuff. We got a subreddit if you're into Reddit.
Yep.
Which is at reddit.com/r/RadioBrendoMan. You got a Kickstarter update?
Yeah, I got a sweet artwork for our Let the Cookies Cool sticker from Mr. Bolton once again. And so that's so now I've got that sticker. We're gonna be ordering that this week.
Nice.
I actually order it because my gosh, it's been crazy this last few days. But that's really cool. So thank you for Mr. Bolton, Mr. Mark.
How are we doing on our stragglers?
We still have 2. We have 2.
Who?
Well, Brian.
Yeah.
And who's the other one?
Which Brian, I guess we can just make the stuff and give it to him.
Well, I guess the only thing is the T-shirt size is the main thing that I need there. So, but anyway, there's one other. Who was the last one?
Wasn't it some dude that had given?
Was it Dave Moffat? Maybe
Dave Moffat.
I feel like it was, but I'm afraid now I'm saying someone that did it. So if you did it, Dave, sorry.
We said his name before.
We did. So do it. Do your survey. Clicker Heroes.
Where are we at? Have you been checking the progress on the vinyl?
I haven't looked for a couple days.
Whatever, Mr. Obsesso. What have you been doing?
I could look at it right now. Should I look and tell us?
I don't know.
Well, I'll look while you do the rest of the little things.
Well, make sure you check out our Clicker Heroes clan. We have 3 more spots, and we're getting, if you want, lots of extra hero souls. Because Kermit's going in there and killing that boss along with your brother. And then everybody else just takes the souls.
So it's been good.
It's been pretty awesome. And the clan name is Radio BrendoMan. Radio, space BrendoMan, capital R, capital B, capital M. There you go.
I don't know my login name off the top of my head. I have to do it on my computer at home.
Phil, you don't know your login name?
Well, because they assign you based on your project thing.
Well, also, we already talked about Extra Life in 1995.
Yeah, did that already. Audrey's birthday we talked about.
Audrey's birthday, and I guess you got Halloween Aftermath.
Well, yeah, just a couple things. So for one, you went with us to do Halloween because we didn't. We recorded before Halloween.
We did?
Yeah, Halloween was Saturday.
Yeah,
recorded Friday.
Oh yeah.
So we went trick or treating downtown Redlands. That was cool.
Downtown Redlands.
So much candy.
Ate at Pyology beforehand with your family.
That was really good.
Gave Audrey the tablet before that. I guess we talked about that because I gave
that part. Yeah.
Then she was playing it.
So then we ran to went to Target afterwards because we were gonna go home. We had to have candy to hand out to people who come by.
Which I also thought the same thing. And as I predicted, nobody came.
Not a single
one. And I had nobody. 0.
So you had a whole.
I had 2 bags.
Yeah.
What'd you guys get?
We got 2 bags of candy. We had 2 trick-or-treaters. Well, 2 pairs, 2 parties that were siblings.
Good costumes.
So yeah, they were cute. Good. I mean, nothing super memorable, but cute. But I just gave them a bunch because Janelle's like, we have too much candy, give them out. So I gave them huge handfuls, and the one kid was like, I don't know, probably 12. He's like, this is great. Everyone's giving us tons of candy because no one's out here.
Dude,
like, here, take some extras. Dude, I'm telling you, I gave him like 10 pieces
That
each.
means the neighborhoods are like a gold mine.
Oh, yeah. This kid figured out, like, he's on
like, I'm going out.
Yeah, his bag was full, and I was like, here you go, kid. And he's like, yeah, it's the best. Because everyone goes to carnivals now and trunk or treats in downtown.
Ruined. Halloween is ruined.
Yeah, but it's different. I don't know. Like,
it's not different. It's a bunch of people that think that there's something out there that's not out there.
No, I'm not worried about the scary. I'm just saying, like, okay, well, at least right now, what I like about going to the Redlands thing is it was from 3 to 4, and then we're done.
Yeah, it's true.
Our kids were already losing it. As you saw firsthand, like, they can't handle going out at night. They don't.
If you don't go out during the day.
Yeah, but I mean, by the time people are out there giving trick or treat stuff, my kids would be done at this point. They got to be a couple of years older to like handle, So to me, that part's good. But as they get older, they're gonna want to. We got to do some real trick or treating.
It sounds like it's prime time because nobody else is doing it. I want to go out and do it.
I'm telling you, because Janelle's like, we can't have. So we wound up with like an entire bag of candy plus 3/4 of another.
I ate them, and it was bad.
Oh. There's too much candy in our house still.
Well, you guys went to like 4 different trick-or-treating events.
We did this. We went to Disneyland, and we did the carnival at Janelle's schools.
Of candy.
Oh my gosh, it's just bad.
Well, if you want, you didn't even bring me another bag.
I know, I should have brought some. I didn't think about it.
Candy. There's a dude at work he probably has the same, because he's been bringing in every day, just like he fills up a whole jar. By the end of the day, it's almost gone. But we're at work, we're at the point where like, no candy.
Yeah.
But today he had like a bunch of dots and gummies, and I was like, ooh, like, yeah. Like, but the hair, I don't know if you've seen the Haribo packs. They are some BS.
Why?
There's like 4 gummy bears in a bag. Like, this is
bull. Why did you even bother making a bag
what the
for that?
hell is this? Like, I open it up and I'm like, there is seriously 4 gummy bears in this little tiny bag. I'm like, this is bullcrap. Haribo's doing some shady stuff. Let me tell you, they have these Christmas like Haribos now, and all it is, they're gummy Christmas trees. But then the bag of gummy Christmas trees, it's the same price as other Haribo stuff. It's seriously half the size. It's half the candy.
Shaped like Christmas.
It's half the candy. It's a freaking ripoff. It's like the Cadbury eggs scandal.
Oh, but I do love some Cadbury eggs. That was crazy.
Gosh, when BJ Novak blew the lid on that.
Yeah. Was it him?
It was, because he's like, I save him.
Yeah. Okay.
It was BJ Novak on like Conan.
I was thinking Aziz for some reason. But
no, dude, it was BJ Novak, and he had saved him over the years, and he had one from like that current year and one from, it was like noticeably big. Like, there was a huge size difference. He's like, look what they've been doing. And we didn't even right under our eyes.
Man.
And this is what I'm telling you, this Haribo Christmas candy is bull crap.
Same thing, huh?
It's like a half packet, but it's the same price. I assumed, I'm like, oh, this must be $1. Nope, it's like $2.50. Like, F that.
Whenever
I'll get my gummy Coke bottles.
Whenever they have individual ones wrapped inside of a bigger bag, there's all kinds of room for extra fluctuation of sizes there.
Oh, crap, man.
Be careful when you're buying your candy there, folks.
All right. So that was Halloween.
That's Halloween. That's pretty much it. Just too much candy, but good times.
Also, your mom made the mistake of offering like Audrey gets to pick her presents, so we ended up being there for like an hour. It was kind of my
idea, because what happened
we ended up being a terrible idea.
Well, they forgot the present. Like, they had like an experiential gift, but they had just a little something for her to open, and they forgot that up in Big Bear. So I was like, she's like, well, maybe we'll just buy her something later. I'm like, well, why don't you guys? We can just go to Target and you can let her pick something out. She's like, that's a great idea.
Worst idea ever.
Like, no, I don't know what I want. I want this, but no, I want that.
There was multiple meltdowns.
Oh my gosh.
And you were like, that's your problem, Mom.
Have fun, Grandma. And then, of course, Luke's like, but I want something too.
Yeah.
So,
you called that. I'm like, there you go. Yep. Luke made out like a bandit.
Well, it's so funny. Like, so my parents came down to this fundraiser thing on Sunday, which I was, half conscious for. And Luke and Audrey saw them, and Luke goes, because we went to Target again afterwards, because we had to get like lunch food. And Luke says to my mom, "You know, Grandma, you love spoiling us, and you always buy us presents, don't you, Grandma?"
Oh my gosh.
She's like, "Well,
that would have earned a talking to."
But my mom, like, she's like, "Oh, I do sometimes like to buy stuff," and he's like, "No, but you always do. You always buy us presents."
Oh my gosh!
So, now they didn't get anything this time, but they have it. They have it. I mean, they know. Because, yeah, he never said, "I want something." He just said, "You love buying us stuff, don't you?" So he knows. He knows, like, if I ask, I'm not going to get it. But I can hint around at this. And a lot of times it works. A lot of times it does. You know what you love to do, Grandma.
Okay, well, I already talked about San Diego trip.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, the other stuff's not very exciting. I was on the fence, and I just went for it. I bought WrestleMania tickets. I got good seats.
All right.
It's like the best seats I've ever had at a WWE event.
So now you just got to see.
It's like second level, like main level, like away from the stage. So on the other side, and
okay.
I think it's gonna be real good. And I'll figure out how I'm gonna get to, because I got to figure out how to get to Dallas. Although I was looking because you can get direct flights through Southwest to Dallas, because that's like their major hub is in Dallas.
It's not that
bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. Because we flew last time and it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah.
So that part's not that bad. Hotel, figure it out. I think because I'm gonna rent a car anyways, so that expands. Like I can stay a little bit outside.
Right.
The crazy part, and Dallas is huge, so like
there's tons of hotels.
Plenty. I'll be able to find something cheap. And it won't be that bad.
That's cool.
And then I'll get to go to all the WrestleMania stuff, and I think it's going to be awesome. And and I'm excited. They already sold a crazy amount of tickets, and then I think they had their initial run, and then they based on the stage where it is, then they released some more tickets. So I think they're gonna see how much they can I think it's gonna be a super a minimalistic stage so they can fit as many people, because
cool.
they're trying to do an attendance record here. So I think I think they're shooting for 115,000.
Jeez,
something crazy. It's gonna be nuts.
You're gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there. I'm excited. Speaking of being there, finally, I've been trying to get Lucha Underground tickets for all of last year, when they were shooting. Right. I kept getting shut out, but thankfully I was right there when they went online, and then we were all posting about it in the Matt and Brendo's Wrestling Show group. So I actually got tickets to all 4. They announced 4 tapings, and I got tickets to all 4.
Where do they do them at?
It's in Boyle Heights. It's East LA.
Okay.
And they haven't said exactly, but I think it's the same place they did it before, so it's not too far away. And 3 of the 4 though are standing room sections. So I'm gonna go to 1 and see how it goes, because they are 4-hour tapings.
That's long.
We'll see.
Think of that, Kevin Smith.
They did say there's a possibility, but hey, at these times I'll be rested up. I won't have been at Comic-Con all day.
And then we walked a mile and a half.
So I just drive there and go. Also, they said if you get there early enough, there's a possibility you could get a seated seat. So I'm gonna see how that goes. Try it out. But there's one date where for Benson and I, we have actual seats.
Oh, Benson's going to go too.
On the 22nd. He's only going to go on 1.
Okay.
So I actually do have an extra. Yes.
Okay.
So I have 1 extra ticket for each of the standing room. I already asked Mark, and he couldn't do it. So I guess next I'd ask Steve. He's not here in the chat, so I guess I'll hit him up.
Steve, yeah, he'll be around.
Steve can go.
That'd be cool.
But I'm excited. Lucha Underground Season 2. Because I was worried. Because at first I only got tickets to the 22nd one, and I'm like, it's gonna be spoilers. I'm not gonna, because they tape everything.
So
they're gonna be taping. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be spoiler alert. So I'm I kind of have to go to all of them.
So is it 4 nights in a row?
It's the 14th and 15th. So this weekend,
okay,
Saturday and Sunday, and then next weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
That's pretty cool.
So it's gonna be a lot of wrestling.
You're gonna be all wrestled out.
Yes.
Too much wrestling. BrendoMan.
Never too much wrestling. Hey, you're talking to the man that went to 10 shows in 4 days.
I read a Berenstein Bears book about you called BrendoMan and Too Much Wrestling.
No such thing.
No such thing.
Mama Bear is gonna be like, sometimes little bears watch too much wrestling.
There isn't. They did announce the last PWG show of the year, and it's a Friday, Saturday, so I'll probably just be able to do the Saturday if I can get tickets.
That's cool.
I'm excited. More PWG coming up in December, and we got Laughlin coming up.
Yeah.
And for Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell. Did you know this?
What?
John Crozier and Veronica engaged. They're getting married. Their wedding is on New Year's Eve. So
really?
But I don't have New Year's Eve off from work.
Really?
It's on a Thursday.
I guess so, huh?
And the Friday is New Year's Day, and we get that off.
But so they're getting married on because it's New Year's Eve.
So I think I have to take that off from work. So I got to figure that out.
They let you do that?
They
that
hope
seems
they
like
will.
A bummer.
I hope they will.
New Year's Eve.
I'll just say it's a wedding, and then they'll.
What time is it at?
I don't know yet. John told me it's going to be a Concordia on New Year's Eve, so I was like, okay.
You could do like a half day.
I guess.
If you had to.
Stupid.
That is stupid. Why? I don't know. Yeah, but that's cool. Congratulations. I don't think he listens, but
no, I know Veronica listens.
Okay, well, that's right.
Veronica,
that's right. So
and I know John usually listens. He used to. Maybe he doesn't anymore.
I don't know. Well, now we'll know.
So they're getting married. It's awesome. And I think that's it.
Cool.
That's what's going on.
You know what else is going on?
Book Corner's going on.
What did you finish?
You already talked about all these. Wait, no, you didn't. Never mind. I'm just kidding.
Those are ones I finished.
We talked about it. I guess we kind of did the show in the car.
We talked about these.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Like on the car ride.
We'll just go briefly.
We did like the whole show basically.
Because you told me about this too.
Well, I finished the Bazaar of Bad. I started and finished because it came out on Tuesday, and I was done. I finished Sunday morning.
The Bazaar of Bad Dreams.
And it's the newest Stephen King collection of short stories, which are always awesome. And it collected a bunch of short stories that I've because it's most of them have already been published, but like in like the New Yorker and like other magazines, and like I think you can like get them online, but like it's hard
to have it in one place.
And it's all in one place. Including there was this one that it actually publishes like a mini novella, Blockade Billy, and it's in there too, and like it's all in there. And then some brand new stories, and it's freaking awesome. I really liked it.
That's cool.
It was really good. And it also, he did an introduction to each one, and I love, like, he doesn't do that as much anymore. So like, I remember that was my favorite part about his old like short story collections and some of his books is like his really long like introduction and then his notes like on each story. And so this one, it's kind of back to that old format, except this is even more where before each story he writes some notes about it and like his inspirations and just some other little fun things. And some of the stories are real scary and some of them are funny and some of them are like weird and like it's really good. It's a good assortment.
Story collection.
Very good assortment of stories. Highly recommended. I enjoyed it a lot. And I'm still reading Vampires Are Recent Undead, which I talked about last time. I actually finished I read a bunch of pages of The Rest Is Noise, but then I've been sidetracked. Now I got Henry and Beezus. I just got from the library today. Not Henry and Beezus, Henry and Ribsy.
The third one, right?
Got it from the library today.
Nice.
Paid my fines. I racked up on the stupid Rest Is Noise.
How much did you have to pay?
$2.
$2.
Ooh, they got a new silent auction, but there's nothing good.
Oh.
It's like auto manual. Oh, there is a cool Time Life history book set. But it's already at like $20.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
There's like some weird army manuals about like jujitsu and like how to kill people, like martial arts, and they're like U.S. Army manuals.
Whoa,
it's pretty nuts.
Someone's gonna get that.
Yeah.
Actually, they're probably gonna watch who gets that.
It's a lot of like hand-to-hand combat manuals, and it's like army combat training. And seriously, I looked at something and it's like, this will kill somebody, and I was like, whoa.
Whoever buys that
ends up on a watch list. And that's it.
Sweet. Well, the kids and I finished reading How to Eat Fried Worms, and I didn't put this on there, but our new book we started reading is The Borrowers.
Nice.
Which there's a movie, obviously, a couple movies. The Littles, I'm pretty sure the Littles.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that. I think it's safe. I think that is a
and then The Secret World of Arrietty also.
The Miyazaki movie. I haven't seen that one.
I have not seen it either, but we're gonna watch it after we finish reading this book. There's actually a series of books, but we'll read this one, and it's really good so far. I finished Otherwise Known as Sheila the Great. I think I'd mostly finished it last time, but it was good and definitely worth being a side story.
Yeah.
I finished The Magic Trap,
which as we said, holy crap.
Like, so
because one, it puts the kids in like real
like mortal danger. It's fantastic, and it's so like the stuff with the dad and sirens. Stuff with the dad and like coming back into the picture, and their like whole struggle with understanding that relationship, and just the way that the two kids work together.
Jesse and Evan's relationship.
Oh my gosh! But the last I did
could not put down.
I did one of those things. It was like late at night, and I like got to the part where the storm happens, and I stayed up the rest of the night and finished it. Like so good. So that series has been fantastic,
amazing.
And then started on the next, which is our series of 7. Wait, is it 7? No, 6.
6.
Series of 6, which is the Henry Huggins. 7 is right, the Potters.
But how do you like Henry Huggins?
Henry Huggins is great. It's fun. I mean, I've read it before, of course, but it's fun to see it. I mean,
the origins, the Ribsy origins.
Seeing him where he gets Ribsy. I love the.
What's your favorite story?
I think my favorite is the Guppies, maybe.
Yeah,
because like
it's great because it's like this weird pyramid scheme on the pet store guy's part.
Right.
Like he gives them all this and then he buys them back from him, and like the pet store guy knew what was going on.
And then he's like, I can't give you money, but you can buy more stuff from me with it. With your credit. Yeah, but it was just a great the whole thing of him using his mom's jars. And then,
more Guppies.
And the football thing with the worms was really funny too. So anyway, it's been really, really good. So that's the first book in the series. And if you guys want to join our book club, you should click on the book club link at the top of the page, RadioBrendo.com, and join it. And then another book I'm reading, another Lisa Graff book. I picked it up. I can't remember where we got it from. But it's called Absolutely Almost. And much like her other books, it's fantastic. Yeah. Totally different. She's really good at writing. I mean, you kind of can see her signature.
Very distinct, though.
But yeah, it's a totally different universe, different writing style. But it's really, really good. It's about
I know this one was really big.
Yeah, this is one of her.
Not her most. This was her Road Ring book from last year.
Yeah,
because she just put out a new book, which was actually in the same universe as Umbrella Summer.
Right.
But this was her new.
And it's super, super good. I haven't gotten very far. I've only read probably the first 5 or 6 chapters.
What's it about?
There's a kid. There's these two. This kid who's I think he's Korean. He said, and then he's got a friend who's Kazakhstanian. And they live in a high rise. And his friend is a set of triplets. And his brother, he has there's 3 boy triplets and 3 girl triplets in the same family. Whoa. So this TV company is doing a reality show about them. And so he's it's the best friend of the kid who's having of the triplets. So, and it's, I don't know, it's cool. It's a really cool, interesting setup. And because it's also them dealing with being Asian in the school where people don't understand them. Again, the one guy is Korean and the other one is Kazakhstanian or something like that. And everyone thinks, oh, you guys are just from the same place. And they're that's not even the same part of the world, really, So anyway, it's just has her signature, just really, really good writing. So I'm excited to keep reading that. And that's my books. I'm about to. I just finished Henry Huggins, so of course I'll be reading Henry and Beezus next as well. So we got some music talk just really quickly. Vaudeville Theater Volume 2 is just about ready to be sent away.
Yeah,
so
you very played the demo.
Yeah, we listened to the rough cut on the way out to the show. A lot of good stuff.
Brought back a lot of memories. Yeah. We started talking about old shows.
Yeah.
And
it's half of it. It's 19 tracks. Half of it is classic stuff from best of from our old albums, and the other half is all new stuff, including the last thing, kind of the final cog that needs to be put in the machine is we're working on finishing up the new Valets song, and I'm really excited about this. It's actually a remix, kind of a new re-recording / remix of an older song of ours, but both Audrey and Luke are going to have a part recorded on it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like the family band. It's like
Awesome.
the dream. So Luke did a little keyboard part, and Audrey's she hasn't done it yet, but she's gonna sing a little bit on it. So
Awesome.
just like a little background vocal, like some Oz.
Wow.
So they're both gonna be on it. So I'm pretty stoked on that, and it's coming out pretty good. And then Blue Christmas 18, the 18th annual Blue Christmas is coming up.
Lineup is all set.
Lineup is set. We got a great lineup.
Back to Big Bear. Actually, is this the first time?
It's the first time we've done Blue Christmas in Big Bear. I've done many shows there over the years growing up there.
It's kind of like a trip back home.
Yeah. So we got, let's see, the lineup. We have Cliff and Kristen Sliger. Cliff's played actually a couple Blue Christmases before, and family friends as well. And then we have B is Bridgie, which I talked about going to their show. Yeah. They're really good. We also have one of their songs on Vaudeville Theater Volume 2. Yeah. Then we have A plus B.
If you're a fan of Stairwell.
Oh, yeah, Stairwell. That's right. And they were actually, Jonathan was in what is it called, the Bell Contract that was on the first Vaudeville Theater. So
there you go. All ties together there.
And then A plus B, Josh and Rachel are good friends. Yeah. Are going to be playing. They're fantastic.
Do some awesome covers and cool video game songs.
This will be their third Blue Christmas, I think.
They have an amazing song about Super Mario Bros. 3 and one about Pac-Man.
Yes.
Just like great songs.
They did that cool. I can't wait to see what they do because I know
it's
they're
amazing.
Awesome
last year they had an amazing Adele cover, Katy Perry.
Lord.
Not Adele, Lord.
Lord, yeah. Lord. So they are playing, and then we have Radio Relay League, which is Tim from Ohm's Law. It's his new band. Ohm's Law, we did a lot of stuff with shows, and they were on the Christmas CD that you and I did together. Yeah. And then finally we have Ann Lynn, which
everybody who listens to the show know who they are because they play the theme song.
So they're going to be doing it live, and it's going to be awesome. So if you guys are in Southern California, want to come hang out, come make a weekend out of it. It's going to be cool.
Awesome.
We got good deals, too. We can get you good deals on hotels. So if you want to come up and stay the night, we got friends. So, yeah. And then finally, I didn't put this on Music Talk, but you got to do your brother weekend in San Diego. My brothers and I, as you know, are going to go out to see a Fine China show the week after Blue Christmas. Yeah. And I bought the tickets, and I got our hotel. I booked the hotel today.
So you're doing the road trip
We're doing Phoenix. A little road trip to Phoenix overnight.
Is this the three brothers?
The three brothers. Wow. All three brothers doing a road trip.
When was the last time we got to do that?
I don't know. Like, the three of us, like, I've done stuff with David and stuff with Matthew, but I can't even think of, like, the last time the three of us, just the three of us, have gone and done something like this.
That'll be good.
So it's going to be cool. I got, like, a sweet deal on Hotwire.
You should listen as the music for on the trip. You should just listen to brother bands.
Oh, that's good.
Beach Boys.
Brothers Martin.
Brothers Martin.
That's good.
Danielson counts like family.
Groups,
like brothers.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Of course, we'll have to listen to some Fine China too.
But I think you should go with the brothers.
I like that. Definitely, we'll have Brothers Martin because it says brothers. Anyway, so that's gonna be cool. We got a suite at this hotel.
Nice.
So. Sweet. Living it up. And it's free breakfast.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Is it like a name brand hotel?
Yeah, it's a Hyatt Place.
Ooh.
But I got it for like $60 on Hotwire. So
sweet.
Stoked.
So
that's that.
That's the Music Talk. We got new movies. We got a new movie. We gotta get it going.
Yeah.
It's time for bed.
We'll roll through this, but
we saw the Peanuts movie.
Which was really, really good.
So good.
If you like the Peanuts, if you like the cartoons.
It's amazing. Like the one thing that I said, I'll say, I don't know where they found these kids, but it sounds exactly like all the kids sound exactly like the old cartoons.
You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't know as new actors.
Yeah, and it is new actors, and it's just
I saw
crazy.
them on like Ellen or whatever.
Yeah, they're kids. I mean, I guess at some point all kids sound the same, but they really sound like those kids.
Like you could tell that.
I just watched
That's Charlie Brown.
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and like they sound exactly like those kids. You could not tell, and the way there were a lot of callbacks to the old movies, tons of callbacks, music cues, and the animation, even some of the exact animation sequences.
Yeah, and then 3D combos.
The 3D, 2D combos was just really well done.
Really cool.
And then like the just 2D like dream and flashbacks were all in 2D, and like holy crap, it looked like the comics come to life. Like
so great.
It was so good. Paul Feig, home run.
Yeah. Snoopy had some great moments, of course.
Just classic, just very great. I loved it.
Yeah, the kids loved it.
Okay,
2 funny kid things about it. So one of them, after the show, Cliff, who's Ava's dad, texted me, and he said that he asked Ava, like, "Oh, how was the movie?" And she's like, "Well, it wasn't really about peanuts. There were no peanuts in the whole movie." I think she was like disappointed that it was like.
What did she think it was gonna be like, Mr. Peanut?
Yeah,
the movie? We're all peanuts. Like living his life with the peanuts, the Peanut family.
It's called the Peanuts movie. That's what she was expecting. And then the other great one is Aurora was sitting by Janelle. This is my niece Aurora, David's my brother's daughter.
Yeah.
And they said something, like someone was being sarcastic to Charlie Brown in the movie, like, "You're a genius," something like that.
Way to go, genius.
Way to go, genius, something like that. And Aurora said, "He's a genius of failure." And Janelle was just dying about that. So
it's pretty funny.
Yeah. So the kids were cute. And the other notable event at the Peanuts thing, of course, was during the trailer.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. The kids are all excited about it. And there's a part in the trailer where I think it's Theodore.
Seriously, Theodore just farts.
He farts, and then he says,
"Pizza toots."
Pizza toots.
And the kids the whole theater went nuts. Like you would have thought it was just a funny. And then I look over and felt like, we need to make a kids movie.
Yeah.
Like, look at this.
And you said, like, get ready to hear lots of pizza toot jokes.
Pizza toots.
Pizza toots. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously, a kid movie. Toots. We got this.
I said toots.
Poop.
Tooting. Pooping.
Yep. Remember the one from the earlier Alvin Chipmunks where he it's a raisin, but then it's not a raisin.
Yeah. Well, they kind of recycled that. There was another one where I saw something with a poop.
Toots and poop, man.
Jeez.
That's all it takes.
And they're making so much money.
Yep. Because my kids are going to want to see it. I know all those other kids want to see it.
You could tell, it's spreading. The word is spread among the comedians because they keep getting more and more comedians. And
everybody.
I'm pretty sure that they're like, you got to get in on this Chipmunks money. Like David Cross is like, you guys. Because I remember the comedians were all giving David Cross a hard time. And he's like, I bought a summer house, so screw you guys. Yeah. And now everybody seems to be jumping on.
And, I mean, to be fair, they're not the worst. They're fun enough.
They look pretty doofy.
It is, but there's more painful things.
This movie, as I pointed out, it looks like a worse version of the Chipmunk Adventure.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a dumb version of the Chipmunk Adventure.
But, whatever. I'd rather watch that than some of those, I don't know, Angelina Ballerina shows or something like that. Let me tell you, there's a lot worse children's entertainment out there.
That Cran movie.
Yeah, there you go.
The freaking Cran movie.
I'm not going to the Cran movie. And there's a lot of comedians in that one, too.
There are. I feel like there's just some sort of network where, you guys, somebody's paying people to talk.
Cran money.
There's, just voiceover money. I feel it's just or a kid movie, just hey, and then just word spread. They're like, get me some of that Chipmunk money.
I'm in on that, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, man. All right.
I can't blame them though. If they called me up and said, hey, you want to come in?
My favorite thing ever, Jeff Garland, because it was a Q&A. And it was on a podcast, and somebody tried to hassle him about barbershop or whatever. Or no, Daddy Daycare.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He was in Daddy Daycare.
I love that movie, by the way.
And he told me, so he was pissed at people. He's like, look. He's like, I got kids. They give me a check for $1 million. $1 million. And he just kept saying $1 million. If somebody walked up to you and said, hey, be in this movie for $1 million, would you even ask what movie it was? I don't think so.
Exactly. It's easy to
shut the hell up. That's pretty much what he was like, screw you guys.
It's easy to be a couch quarterback, but when it comes time
when there is a check for $1 million, that was basically that's what he said. He's like, come on.
Why not?
He's like, would you even ask what the title of the movie is?
No, you would not. Absolutely.
Let alone, what am I doing in this? Am I doing anything stupid? No, it's $1 million.
Because in the end, whether or not the movie is good, you've got $1 million.
Actually, after everything, probably $400,000. But
still. Do you know how long I can live on $400,000?
So long.
Yeah.
All right. DVD on demand corner. I got WWE, pretty much the same stuff, but some other things. WWE Network, Beverly Hills 90210, Last Man on Earth,
but not the most recent. We can't talk about it.
Scream Queens, still awesome. Muppets, still awesome. South Park, awesome. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., freaking awesome. Actually, I haven't watched
the newest of that.
The newest ones.
Oh man,
I finished Room 237. It's good, but it's still the people are crazy. If you just want to like, this is what crazy people sound like, and they're so sure of them, like it's insane. The craziest one is this lady, right? You have to watch it just for this woman.
Okay.
So there's like this poster of a skier, and it's clearly a ski poster. It says ski like on it, and she's like, see that poster in that shot? That's not a ski poster. That's a minotaur, because you have the labyrinth, and that's the minotaur. And I'm like, no, it's a dude skiing. It says skiing. They're reaching so much. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. These people are nuts.
It's worth
but
seeing.
It did make me want to watch the movie again because it's awesome. It looks amazing. Like, I don't know. And it made me want to watch a bunch of Stanley Kubrick movies, even ones that I don't like, because I just was watching them. Because they keep showing these clips like over and over again. That's how they tell the story. It's like, cool. It's weird. And I don't know. It was cool. It was pretty cool.
And now you need to talk about this movie.
I did finally watch Love and Mercy.
Yes.
And I was texting you because like
I fell asleep to your text, I think.
Within 10 minutes I was crying.
Yep.
Because like when he gets in that car with Elizabeth Banks and just like right away he's like, my brother died. You're just like, oh my God. Yep. Like I lost it.
It's amazing.
Like, okay, like both John Cusack and Paul Dano should win Oscars.
Like we were saying, they should get like co-Oscars or something.
It's so good. It's so freaking good. And as somebody that has suffered from like mental health issues, like it's one of those things I want to show people, be like, this is what it's like, because like a lot of people can't understand, and if you want to understand, then watch. Like there's a few things that can help you understand, and this is definitely one of those things. And that's one of the reasons why Brian Wilson said he approved the movie, because this way people can see and maybe understand, and if people are suffering from the same things, they can maybe get help, because it's very powerful, and it's like, whoa, like I mean, like she, his wife, like she saved his life. Like there's no ifs and or buts about it.
That's
and just the performances, and that happened. Like that's a real thing that happened, and they filmed it where it happened. They filmed it in the studio.
Like that. Oh, it was so powerful, and there's like, it's insane.
It's just so good, and they capture every like this each era like just impeccably, and the acting. And as I said, like, the guys they got to play the rest of the Beach Boys, I don't know where they found those people. They're carbon copies. It looks
like young men.
And they act like especially like the three brothers, like Carl, Dennis, and Brian. Like it's just so, they just like the chemistry between all of them. And like in the recording session, they captured every nuance of the characters, like every essence, like the essence of the people. Like it was them.
Yeah.
Like it was amazing.
Well, watching the Wrecking Crew,
just all the Wrecking Crew stuff, and like,
oh, I loved it.
It hit so many different awesome things, like the music stuff and the
seeing how he, like watching him create the sounds and stuff, and knowing, like watching afterwards, that they were playing that stuff in the studio.
And then if you've ever been a musician, like you will understand like to those feelings and that creative flow, and like when you really get in the groove, and I love like his like like as somebody pointed out, like in the special features, but the contrast between like his room and then like almost like his prison, where like, you know, he had it to his style, and then it's just very plain. The only thing he had was his piano, whereas in his room, it's like he got it's like, and that was a real thing. Like he had a sandbox, a piano in a sandbox. So he got his feet in the sand,
on the beach writing music,
and then like he's got like just these crazy like draperies and all his like just like his room, like you know, they were like his space, and I know I can empathize, just all the feels, man.
And like when you listen to like In My Room, like now having watched that
and all his other songs, and like and then that's dude, the like that track from freaking Pet Sounds, the I Want to Cry, like oh my God. And then hearing him, and then the most dude, some of the stuff with his dad just breaks like when he sings God Only Knows Him, and oh my God,
brutal, like
just horrific.
But just it was so well done,
so good. Everybody amazing. Was so good.
And the way, because I was worried with the way, like, how are they going to cut back and forth between past and present?
And the way
it was
just seamless.
It was beautiful. It was seamless.
Gorgeous.
And you instantly knew like
you were.
Where it was. It didn't have to be like later.
Yeah, or like some big title thing or
Meanwhile,
something.
Back in 1967,
there was no titles. There was no nothing. It was just you instantly knew based on their clothes, based on just the way it looked.
Yeah.
And it was just so Cusack, because I don't know, like Cusack lost me like somewhere after, because he just started just cranking him out and doing a lot of crap. But he's all, I mean, even if some of those he's good, but it's still like, I feel like at some point he checked out and like just started cashing those, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, again,
like,
$1 million.
But like at some point it was very, because like he used to do like one movie every few years and it would be incredible. Like he had this string of things and it was like he was my favorite. He still is. He's my favorite actor. But for a while I was just like, oh gosh, come on. But like I love John Cusack, and I even texted you. I'm like, it's good to know he still has it when he wants to. Like, holy.
Then he goes and does something like this and totally redeems himself.
Brian Wilson, like he is. Like if you watch, like all of like, because there's so much. I've been watching Beach Boys stuff like since you first brought this up. Like I'm over a couple months. Like I've been in just such a tear because it all like opened the floodgates. I listened to Smile again and like because I was, I've always been a huge fan, but I just kind of like.
I feel like if you don't understand why we're excited about the Beach Boys, like this movie will show you, like they're not, like there's
so much more
to it, right?
To them, and there's so much more. And it was funny. I was talking to my brother, and because he even said, he's like, "Yeah, I remember like we used to go to like the Beach Boys would play at like after Padres games, and after the first time we didn't even stay." And I'm like, that's because Dad knew, like he's like, I don't want this. And I remember that's when because I was a little older, so I understood. Like I talked to him, like he's like, this is not the Beach Boys that I want to see, like because it was the Mike Love show, and like not that there's anything wrong with that, but like if you're dyed in the wool, like especially like he owned I remember Pet Sounds like his favorite album. If that's and then seeing it's almost depressing, like in the 80s, because this was like 86, 87, and he's just like deep in that, and
and that whole Paul Giamatti was amazing too.
Oh yeah,
I think also one of my absolute favorite scenes is when he comes to her like dealership and he's like screaming at her, and like she's hiding behind the door, and then she just like steps out and stares him down. Like I got shivers watching that. Like Elizabeth Banks was fantastic.
She's amazing.
I think this movie should be like movie of the year.
It's my movie of the year. That's my. I mean, I know there's still some stuff coming out.
Yeah, but so far,
holy crap!
Some of the best performances of the year. It's fantastic.
If you haven't watched it, you should watch it.
It's in Redbox, so it's easy to get to.
Redbox. I did forget to return it, and I was gone for 2 days, so I'm just paying $6. But it was worth it.
Still,
it was worth every penny.
Plus, that's how much we used to have to pay to rent a VHS tape for a night. How did that happen? Like it got so expensive to rent VHS tapes.
That's why I stopped.
That's why there's no more Blockbuster.
Because like it just got crazy after like new releases was like $7. I'm like, F this.
So anyway, I'm glad you finally watched. You can see now why I was like, dude, you have to watch this. You have to watch this. Have you watched Leatherface?
So Paul Dano, dude, he's always been I've been like from day one, Paul Dano is amazing, and this just further solidified because he's incredible.
Yeah,
like he just again the nuances, the every little thing, like just all his, and then the fact like he could sing, like he sang
the parts. Did you see the special feature when they were like doing harmonies and then Brian Wilson walked in the room? Like, can you imagine what that would have been like?
My freaking.
But they held it together pretty good. But you could tell they were like, oh my gosh,
because they're like doing it, and he was like they're talking to him, and you could tell, and he was crying.
He totally
Brian Wilson was crying,
was, like, walking back in time
in the studio. I mean, that's pretty intense.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was pretty amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So what about you? What do you got?
Well, watch some of these things I can't tell you about because you haven't watched the newest ones. But I watched Bob's Burgers. New one is fantastic. Started watching the show called Casual, which is a Hulu original.
It was Jason
Reitman,
Michaela Watkins,
and
SNL,
and that guy who was from. I'm trying to place him. He's from the Mindy Project, but I know he's in something else. They're the main guy. I can't think of his name, but it's really good. It's very, it's like a HBO type show, like that kind of thing. Comedy, but kind of dark drama stuff, whatever. But it's really, really good. He creates like the code for this online dating like thing. And so he does, is really rich, but he's got like some psychological issues. And so his sister, who's a psychologist, and her daughter move in with him. And so it's the whole thing revolved around them like living in the same house. It's really, really cool though. I've been watching more of the Goldbergs, which is fun. I actually just watched the Thanksgiving episode from the first season of it, which is kind of cool since Thanksgiving's coming up, and it's really good. Janelle and I've been catching up on the Mindy Project, which is still really fun.
Hulu, new episodes,
and I'm telling you, like I watched a lot more shows because there's no commercials. It's like half I can watch twice the stuff.
I'm sold. I've been in.
It's bad, but it's so good. Like I don't know. If you're gonna pay for it, I'm just saying you might as well do the extra couple of bucks because your time,
and your sanity,
not watching the stupid commercial over again. Watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Hulu Plus also. Gordon McGibbon's Life on Normal Street is back. Second season is up on Amazon, and it's so good.
You watch that with your kids?
Oh my gosh, we do. We watch it with our kids, but I mean, it's good. Like you should watch it. You really would.
I think I watched like a trailer. You really got to watch Erie, Indiana.
I do.
It's very similar.
I'm sure, but I mean, it's great. So it's like that. It's got a little Pete and Pete to it.
Yep.
It's a little. It's just fantastic. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The new episode is great. Pete. Oh yeah,
met Teddy.
Yeah, I looked up his.
What's his name?
It's David something.
David. Yes.
I can't remember his last name now, but yeah, he was there.
1995 Fest.
Are we allowed to say the other?
Joey Fatone was there.
Yeah.
And Phil hung out with Joey. He agreed with you about Waterworld.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's pretty good.
There you go. Did you say bye?
No, I did not. I refrained from any and all references to anything. It was. Well, I mean, I played it pretty cool because I was sitting out there.
Yeah.
And I was kind of in the back, and there wasn't anyone sitting in the benches by me, but there was lots of seats, and he and his girlfriend came out and then just sat by me and talked for a while.
Joey Fatone, who just happens to be a friend of a friend, and goes to these things.
But it was cool because it was just like us hanging. We're just talking about Waterworld and donuts.
Well, it turns out like he's a pretty big movie.
Yeah. So yeah,
he was talking about all the because we were in there. Well, like he was in the Batman Forever room when I first went to get the ice cream. You were still in the Billy Madison room, and we were all talking about it, and like he knew his stuff.
Well, it's funny too because when we first got there, you had been telling me like it's possible, dude from Pete and Pete might be there, possible Joey Fatone, and then like the first room we walked in, like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Joey. I'm David. So it was cool. But it was, I mean, it was definitely a play it cool, not a geek out type of place. Like I want to get invited back kind of thing.
Yeah, because the food's so good.
So well, yeah, it was fun. Like everyone was so nice, a lot of fun. People.
And you missed the band.
I did miss we missed the band, so I got
every year there's a band, and they do songs because like whatever they do, like if it's a year, they do half the songs are themed to that year, so there'll be popular songs from that year, then the other half of the songs will be soundtrack songs
from
and then they've done other things too.
Well, the clips I saw were really cool then. So. And then new episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Last Man on Earth, which you haven't watched either. So I can't say anything about those.
All right, Netflix. You haven't watched any Netflix?
No, I did. I have one. Remember? I got one ad.
Well, we also spent half of the pre-show. Because I think it was taken away for a while, the full history page. So we found it again, and it was in the account settings. But it had my entire Netflix. Yeah. Going back to 2008.
If you want to hear everything that Brendan watched from here back to 2008, watch the pre-show on YouTube.
But we actually tracked. There was a day where I watched, did we say 22?
22 episodes of
How I Met Your Mother. So it's a half-hour show.
Maybe 23,
so it's at least, Evan, it's like 11 hours.
Yeah, of How I Met Your Mother in one
day. And then there was other day, like there was
There's
other
a lot
like
of
you can
other
watch
like,
where I binge watched just entire shows. I'm like, oh, there's when I watched that show. Oh, there's that show. Oh, because there was another day where it was pretty close.
Yeah.
There was multiple days where it was like it filled up a whole page where we were like, oh, that's the same day.
The same day.
We're like, oh crap. And then I'm like, oh, there's where Phil told me that Pawn Stars was on Netflix. Because it was like all
you can see all the parts. I'm like, Brendan, gotta watch this. If you want to hear all of that,
I can't wait to hear yours.
We're gonna do mine. We'll do like a pre-show of mine next week.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you watch on Netflix this week?
So actually somebody talked about this on I saw it on Facebook.
Okay.
And so a while ago I talked about the documentary Cropsey, where they talked about the origins of this urban legend in Long Island. Like at a mental hospital, but then it turned out there really was child abductions going on and some weird stuff. Well, those guys, after they filmed that, they're like, well, what other urban legends have real stories behind them? And this one, they found 4 different stories, and they go behind the story behind the story, why that urban legend is there, and that is the hook. They do go into the origins of the hook. They go into the origins of when a stranger calls, like the babysitter, have you checked the children?
Right.
They go into the origins of creepy clowns, and then they go into the Candyman, like the poison candy, which that one will just make you extremely angry. Because it really is one case. One case.
Well, because I'm sure you saw, and this happens every Halloween. There's all these stories. Oh, there was candy poison. There was, and none of it's real.
None of it's real.
All of them
and
were
then
exposed.
It's either here's like one with 100%. It's either kids putting things in candy, be like, oh look what's in here. Because there's never been where somebody actually ate one.
Right.
Like it's never happened ever. You hear me? Ever.
Yep.
Except the one time that it did, and it was the dude's. He poisoned his own son.
Yeah, that's it.
And
he ruined it for everybody.
And they even said like he ruined Halloween, like he's the guy that killed Halloween.
But it did give that one moment of Freaks and Geeks where they're just throwing your cookies on the lawn. They're covered in ants. So that movie is called Killer Legends.
Yes, it's on Netflix. Then I watched. It's been in my queue forever. I can't believe I haven't watched it. Except when I was watching it, some of it felt familiar, and I still don't know why.
Okay.
Like maybe I've seen it.
Maybe you like fell asleep to it sometime.
But Donald Glover, weirdo. It's really funny. It's really dirty.
Well, I can imagine.
It's really funny.
I've listened to Childish Gambino, so.
But it's really, really funny. BoJack Horseman. I finally started watching.
Yeah.
Also really good, really funny.
Will
Arnett.
Yeah.
It's great.
Cartoon.
A lot of good voices. A lot of good, funny voices. Funny people.
All right.
Behind it. Really good. Then I've still going with The League. Still great. Fantastic.
More of that sports
and then it's not sports stuff. It's not really sports stuff at all. Right. And then I watched Back in Time, the Back to the Future documentary, and holy crap, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a lot of people don't like it, which I don't understand. I think it's because they don't like the fan stories, and they think I'm like, well, if you don't like your heartstrings getting tugged, I don't know what's wrong with you. Maybe they think it's weird seeing Michael J. Fox. Maybe it makes them uncomfortable.
Well, but that's like
I was trying to think of all the reasons why they wouldn't like it. They didn't get Thomas Wilson. They didn't get Crispin Glover.
They're probably mad about that.
But they go in. There's some cool behind the scenes stuff, like lots of cool behind the scenes stuff. They get pretty into the whole Eric Stoltz thing, like deeper than I've ever seen. They also address the second George McFly. He's in it.
Interesting.
I guess because there is a lot of Claudia Wells and the dude that played Mayor Goldie Wilson, and they seem to this is all we have. And Christopher Lloyd even.
Still something.
But it's still cool. And there's a lot about DeLoreans, which I guess if you're not into cars.
Oh, dude. The episode I just watched of the Goldbergs, there's a heavily featured DeLorean, and it's really funny.
But yeah, so I don't know. I don't understand. A lot of great human. It really shines a light on the whole fandom and just how great the movie is and how huge of an impact it's had. And I really loved it.
That's cool.
I loved it a lot.
Did you talk to Amy at all about her watching it?
No.
Matthew just introduced her to it. He watched the first two with her.
Obsessed now?
She loves it. She's like, oh my gosh, she keeps thought this is a great movie. I'm like, I know. I've been on this train for a while. But it's cool, seeing another generation.
I don't know.
It
was just super nostalgic, also just remembering. And also Dan Harmon's in it. And Dan Harmon is so funny. But he comes out, the thing though is he's Dan Harmon, of course, and he just comes out guns blazing because they go to, when they talk about the sequels, he's like, the sequel sucked. They're
of course he does.
I'm like, oh, Dan Harmon.
He doesn't want anyone to like him.
But I love Dan Harmon so much. He's just so funny. And some of the things, and the guy from the Goldbergs, because they have the whole scene.
Right.
You haven't gone, but there's a part in the Goldbergs, and this really happened, where he told his friends that he'd ridden a hoverboard because there was a scientist at a mall doing a test. And can't prove that didn't happen. Yeah. And but then I guess he got in this whole situation where he had to make a video of him on a hoverboard. So it's him trying to make a video of him on a hoverboard. And
the best thing about that show is then they have all the home video of the actual stuff happening. It's so great.
So Back in Time, amazing. Screw you guys.
Anyone that doesn't like it. Okay, well, so I watched. Okay, so one of these I watched
I want to hear what you
on
watched.
Netflix, but then actually I remember, it reminds me. So I watched 3 movies in a row, like just randomly, like late at night when I'm like working on stuff. So the first thing I did is I watched the original Bad News Bears.
Yeah.
Which
is great.
It is great, but it's also really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of like racist stuff in it, which I know as part of it is they're like this like rough and tough group, but it's still hard to hear kids like saying those things a little bit. I'm like, especially now, and like other slurs of various types.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, but it was very entertaining, aside from that, but just weird, like just very, I don't know, of its time, I guess, but fun. And so then I watched the Bad News Bears in Breaking Training.
Oh man,
which is like bizarre because like Walter
some of the
Matthau's not in
sequels
it.
are so weird. Did you watch the Go to Japan?
That's next. That's the next one.
Because Go to Japan is cuckoo bananas.
Well, already this one, like they lose the adults and they just go on a road trip with the kids, and the main kid is Jackie Earl Haley, who is Rorschach in
Is that the one where like one of the kids is like looking at a porno in the bathroom?
Yeah, well, because they bring along this like kind of like My Cousin Vinny kind of slimy.
Yeah.
That comes along with him. Yeah, and it's weird.
It's really weird.
Just,
but the Japan one is even more nuts.
That one's next on it because I'm watching them in order. It's just strange because it picks up like the next day after their baseball championship, and they're like,
but Tatum O'Neal's gone and Walter
Matthau's gone. Like half the kids are like recast.
Yeah,
like they just got another interchangeable fat kid to be the fat kid.
Just generic fat kid.
So anyway, so those were fun, like just kind of an interesting thing. But then this other one, and the reason I said that made me think of it. For whatever reason, I decided to watch this movie that stars Rob Schneider. It's called The Chosen One.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might have been like straight to video or whatever.
Probably, because I feel like at this point,
and it's just been on. Like I've seen it around, like on the, it always pops up in recommendations. I don't know. I just needed something dumb to have in the background.
What's it about?
Okay,
like can I guess?
You could guess. Yeah.
Is he like a Buddha type person?
That's kind of what it's hinted at, but it's like the weirdest thing I have ever. First of all, talk about like mixing your tones up. Like it starts out with him attempting suicide by hanging. Like it's totally like promoted. Like it looks like it's like slapstick Rob Schneider comedy.
And Schneider.
And then so it goes from like all these like wacky antics to like, and then there's like flashbacks of when he walked in on his dad who committed suicide by hanging himself. So it was like replicating it. He jumps off a building, but it's not like you read that one, that Nick Hornby book where it's about suicide and stuff. Did you read that one?
I don't think so.
It's amazing. And somehow he toes that line between
How to Be Good.
No, it's A Long Way Down. It's called. It's amazing.
I have it.
It's about like these people, and it's hilarious, but it also like deals with the subject of suicide in a very like powerful way. This I think was trying to do that, but it fails on all counts. So the main thing is that he's this down on his luck guy. His wife left him. His job's not going well, and this right when he's literally hanging from his tie, and then he gets a doorbell ring, and this lady comes. They're from South America, like Peru, and he's got these like shaman guys with her, and they say that he's the chosen one, and they've come. And so like this whole movie is him like entertaining them in his house, and like they keep saying he's the chosen one, and the problem is that there's a mountain in Peru that doesn't have snow that's supposed to have snow, and they need the chosen one to fix it, right? I'm just gonna tell you the whole thing.
Okay.
And so it goes on, they're trying to prove to him he really is the chosen one, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, he keeps trying to commit suicide, and all these horrible things happen and stuff. And they find out in the end, because they're in like California, there's this news story about this red-tailed hawk in New York that was like displaced from a skyscraper. They moved the nest, and he decides that in order to prove he's the chosen one, he flies to New York, climbs up a building, and puts the nest back. And then the red-tailed hawk lands in the nest, and then it starts snowing again in Peru.
What?
Yes, it makes no sense. I'm like, what did I just watch? What happened in this movie? Oh, and then he's like all happy and he's falling down, and then it's flashing back to his dad killing himself, and you think he's gonna die, but then the policeman like rescue him right before he hits the ground. Oh, and then he like gets together with the prophetess girl. So yeah, it was just like it was so. But the reason I say that the blurry thing, You know how like when I used to take pictures on my old phone, it was like all that like crud on the camera lens and it just looked blurry, like the picture of Mark Maron that one night?
Yeah.
This whole movie was shot with like crud on the lens. Every scene, I'm like, is there something wrong with the TV? No, like it's just blurry and bad. Like I swear they just had something on the lens.
Probably why it's on Netflix.
Oh my gosh! If nothing else, like just to watch it for 5 minutes, just to see like how bad it can look. Like I don't know, it's someone shot the whole thing on their old yucky old iPhone. So that's The Chosen one.
Well, it's like that movie that Derek and I watched at the Burbank where it was like the framing was incorrect the whole movie.
Yeah, like it seriously like, takes you out of the movie when it's not even like filmed correctly. Like what? And again, I'm like, is there something wrong with the TV? Is it streaming bad?
Because I was sitting there, I'm like, I think the screen. I'm like, nope, it's not the screen. Nope, they're doing.
That's how they did it.
They were and they were actually like you could tell the projectionist thought it was the screen, so he's like messing with it, and it's like nope.
Yeah, like because I watched it on the TV and then I'm like, huh, and then I tried it on my computer to see. I'm like, no, it looks like that here too.
Well, that's like
bad.
There were some Asylum movies where there was like actual like you know the Asylum that does all those bad ripoffs like Transmorphers. I think it was Transmorphers. There was like some kind of like error that they did on like the mastering process, and it was like broken, and they just never fixed it.
Because why would they?
I remember we returned it to Blockbuster, and they're like, we'll see if they replace it. And they're like, yeah, they're not replacing this. And they're just people. I'm like, you're gonna rent it out? They're like, oh.
You want to see Transmorphers?
Like they're seriously like for like 10 minutes, it's just like garbled, and they never fixed it.
Well, I guess the audience for Transmorphers doesn't care that much if it's
like garbled. I don't even know why we. Oh, it's probably because again we had the Blockbuster thing, and we just watched a lot of.
We got to a point where like we'd watch everything in the
checking out Transmorphers. Yep. I'm like Transmorphers, here we go, doing it. But yeah, and they just like they never fixed it, and then they even look. And like Asylum, they're like proud of it. They're like, yeah, we don't ever recall DVDs. Who do you think we are?
Well, this was very much like
it's a feature. It's a special bonus.
It's kind of like looking back through years. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know why I kept watching it, and I wasn't like I had it on in the background mostly while I was doing stuff, but then I just couldn't stop. I just had to find out, and that's the thing too is like. He was never like none. You know, I thought he'd have powers or something. There was no like he was the chosen one, and that was it. That's all that happened out of that whole setup.
A ton of sense.
No, it was bad.
Okay,
it was really bad.
Well,
that's movies.
Video games. We already talked about Extra Life Marathon.
Yeah.
Still playing WWE 2K16. Haven't been playing it a lot because we've been busy.
Right.
And yesterday I was asleep, and then I watched some TV. So I never really got to play it. So I haven't played it in a while. But yeah, Street Pass, been Street Passing.
Yeah.
I had 10 tags when I got back from a trip. I don't know where I got them from.
I had like 8. So maybe I didn't get as many as you.
I had my DS active for maybe a little bit longer because I was like when I was down in San Diego. So
it could have been. That's true.
But yeah, I had 10 tags.
Yeah.
And
Pokemon Shuffle's been nuts this week.
Pokemon Shuffle.
I got like a bunch of new ones from the Safari.
I missed it. I think I missed the Safari.
You missed the Safari?
No, I got what the one with all the poison ones?
No,
and
there's a new one right now.
There is right now?
Right now.
I haven't done it.
Get on the Safari.
Dang.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And then we played all those Extra Life games.
Lots of stuff there. Been playing Mutant Mud still, which is fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the Marmaduke. Let's get out of here.
It's time. Marmaduke time.
It's time. It's time.
Ooh.
It's Marmaduke time.
The theme song.
It's like Vader, because like Vader the wrestler, that was his song. It's Vader time. It was just him going, it's time. It's time. It's Vader time. So I was like, it's Marmaduke time. I don't know. Being dumb.
All right, here we go. So Phil, the dad,
yeah, we discovered his dad's name.
They're sitting in bed, and Marmaduke's kind of like hanging out to the side, and he says, "It's the 4th of July," and she says, "Right." And then they get up. She's got flags. She says, "Phil, help me with these flags and bunting." And he says, "Not now." It looks like he's taking Marmaduke out.
Who puts up bunting on their house?
I don't know.
Is that a thing?
And then the little kid has like a patriotic suit, and he says, "Daddy, help me with my costume, please." And he says, "Later." He's still walking along with Marmaduke. And then the little girl's, "Daddy, will you help us with this parade float?" And he says, "I can't." He's still walking along with Marmaduke. "I have to paint Marmaduke's doghouse." He wants to share in the bicentennial celebration too. And there's stars on his roof.
Okay, 1, there is no punchline.
There is no punchline.
2, Marmaduke thinks he's people.
Yeah.
Also, but 3, stupid.
Yeah.
Completely stupid.
Completely stupid. There's no joke. What's the joke there?
The joke is that he wants stars on his
The joke is
house?
Marmaduke thinks he's people. He wants to celebrate bicentennial.
Oh, Phil.
Wow.
This is just like 90%, like it's all 100% bad, but like 90%, like just mind-numbingly, like confusingly horrible.
Yeah, what? Because there's no joke in that. There's nothing happens.
Like he died. He was pretty old, so he was pretty old when he died. So he was old when he wrote these. I think he like.
Well, this was what 1976 though.
So he's still pretty old. Maybe not really. He's like in his 40s.
Yeah.
He was like, well, no, he was like 90 when he died. So he's like 90 now.
So he was like in his 50s.
That's like your.
Because
these aren't even dad jokes.
No,
these are not even dad jokes.
A pun. There's no like.
Maybe did he ever have kids? Maybe he didn't have kids. Maybe he's just weird.
He just skipped the dad joke set and went straight on to garbled
to not jokes to like stroking out jokes. Like
he wants to share in the bicentennial celebration too.
Is it supposed to be like a patriotic comic? So there's no joke. It's like,
well, yeah.
Patriotism is serious, kids.
So don't joke around. Because look, the 4th of July is in like a crazy like fancy font. That's funny.
Gosh. It's ridiculous.
There's just stars painted on the roof of the doghouse. That's
every patriotism is no joke.
Don't mess around.
Signed Marmaduke.
All right, that's Marmaduke for the night.
I can't believe on July 5th I watched 22 episodes of Five Inch.
It's great because
what the hell was wrong with me?
Like on the 3rd, you watched like 15 episodes of something. Then the 4th, you were hanging out with us on 4th of July.
And I watched one and I know I guarantee you that was at midnight.
After you got back from the 4th of July. And then the 5th was your...
I think it carried over. Like, I think I got home and I just
started watching stuff.
Till like 6 in the morning.
22 episodes, I think it was.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
That's crazy. I really needed a life and a job, like, bad. Because I, like, watch so much.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, then, like, when some of those new Netflix shows, I watched, like, the whole thing in, like, in one shot.
I can't wait to see it. Next week, we're going to look at mine. We're going to compare
yours
notes.
is going to be so many kids.
Yeah, because
like,
there's...
How many millions of episodes of My Little Pony and, like, the same episode of like, Spectacular Spider, like, it'll be, like, the same episodes, like, 20 times.
Well, and to be fair, mine is 4 people watching, whereas yours is 1 person. So there's going to be a lot more on there.
I'm excited.
Plus, like, my parents borrowed ours off and on, my sisters. So there's going to be, like, I don't know, Victorious or something like that on there.
I don't give out my Netflix code to anybody.
Well, we go up and like would watch something at their house, and then it was just logged in, and they would, leave it logged in for a while. I remember a few times calling up because they would like watch it on multiple things, and we couldn't get on ours. And I'm like, someone's got to stop watching Netflix because we want to watch something. So eventually they got their own, which is
can't afford like $9.
That's the thing. Like, I'm like, you guys, it's not that much.
$9.
Just get it, please.
Here, I'll give you $9.
But now they have it. It's good. But there was a couple times there. Janelle's like, you better call them. I want to watch my shows.
I watch my shows.
So, yeah. Well, anyway, thank you guys for listening. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bedtime
for
calling this episode Phil face melting fun.
Yeah. So funny it'll melt your face off.
That's not an episode title.
Face off.
Face off. Face off Phil.
Face off Phil. Yeah, that's good. That's good. People will know right away what you're talking about.
All I could think I was just your like together.
Why did you make me let your heat out?
Your muscles. Like, and they like throw up, and you're like, ew.
Yeah, that's gross. So go to Radio Brendo.
Threw up on your face, and then like the acid, because it's like your raw face.
Gross.
So
now you've taken it too far.
Yeah,
you crossed the line. Go to RadioBrendo.com.
RadioBrendo.com and go to BenviewNetwork.com. Check out all the Benview Network shows. Extra Damage, especially.
Yeah.
Look at all. You can watch. If you go to extradamage.com, I think they're going to have the videos.
Check out their stuff. I think you can still donate too. If
Donate.
You guys want to get on it, 'cause we didn't really get a chance to tell you guys much ahead of time.
Yeah, I think I put it on Facebook. I tweeted it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But if someone just listens to the show, you got to
sorry, I'm not a promotional guru.
It snuck up on me. I didn't even realize it's happening already. Oh my gosh. It's already happening.
It's Thanksgiving in like a few weeks.
I know.
2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3. We're getting locked in a room this Wednesday.
Ooh.
We're doing our thing.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'll tell you about that next show.
Sounds awesome.
That's exciting.
It's fun.
All right.
All right. Well, for Radio BrendoMan, I'm Brendan Creasy.
And I'm Phil Vecchio.
Have a good one, everybody.
Wow, 2 hours.
It feels wrong.
Well, we did talk for like a long time beforehand about your Netflix queue. But I've only been here for like 3 hours, a little over 3 hours, like total.
What number is this?
193. 193. Dang. Coming up on that 200. 7 more weeks. It'll be like this year, right? Close to it.
Not really, no.
Like January.
You know, we're probably gonna have
probably
gonna have a winter break, maybe.
I think people can handle that.
I don't know.
We'll do our bonus, do our Kickstarter episodes.
I'm gonna fall asleep.
You go to bed. You gotta get up early. I gotta get up early. Thanks for hanging out in the chat, Steven, if you're still awake. Don't know if you are. You might be. Thanks for watching on YouTube.
All right. Good night, YouTube. Good night, everybody. Steven, everybody in the chat.
Good night,
everybody on the YouTube. I am night. Like I said, I am the night.
I am he who walks in the nights.
Don't get your face burned off.
Don't light.
I'm not gonna help you.
I'm not lighting your heater then.
What if the spider jumped on your like melted face?
Oh gosh, it's horrible.